Fuck out of niggas, hey, don't swear, don't swear, hey, don't swear.
All right. Here we go. Here we go. No games, just business podcast, episode 23.
Oh,
I am Darius, and we finally got my cuz Jimmie. What's up, Jimmie?
what's
How you
good,
feeling? How
fellas?
you living?
Man, I'm feeling good, fellas. I'm so glad. I'm so happy to be back, and I'm glad. And it was beautiful to see y'all hold it down like y'all know how to do. Also, appreciate y'all and appreciate the fan love all throughout. I'm happy to be here, ready to run it down. What's good, Don? What's good?
Don, what's good?
What's up? Let's get right to it. What's up?
Hey man, I'm chilling, man. I'm chilling.
Yeah.
I'm chilling. I am chilling. You know what I'm saying? Hey,
Nah,
I'm
man.
excellent.
Nah. Tell me how you really feel, Don.
How you really feel?
We was gonna
fuck
send
the
we was gonna send
fuck the
support over there.
fuck the Chiefs, fuck the refs. That's how I really feel. But hey, I don't
Oh
want to say
man,
that
now
type
it's
of
the
stuff.
refs.
I don't want to say that type of stuff. But when we get to some of these Chief players, I respect some of them, but some of them, like, bro, you ain't really like that. But we'll get to that. We will get to that.
That's a fair point.
That's
It's
what
a fair
happens.
point already.
That's what happens when you lose. You just start picking people out like you ain't like that. You ain't.
No,
It's
no,
okay.
no, no,
It's
no, no,
okay.
no, 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 no. Because all last week when Eli Apple was going crazy on the internet, all people were saying was Eli Apple ain't like that, and he out here talking. Now we got some of these bums up out here talking. They made one play in the game, and now they talking like they like that.
Okay.
Amen. Amen.
Okay.
Or you need a big time.
At least Eli Apple actually shut down Stephon Diggs and Gabe Davis last week. But hey,
Wow.
Then he was out
Uh,
there holding this week. Oh my
yo,
goodness.
and I seen something like Patrick Beverly and Eli Apple. No, stop it. It's
Mm.
disrespectful to Patrick.
whoa,
Patrick's done
whoa,
something.
whoa, whoa,
Eli, no,
whoa.
no.
Whoa. See Jimmy. Me and Darius, me and Darius was in sync. And then
Yo,
here you come with this nonsense
drop that
of
I
bomb.
talking
could.
about Patrick Beverly
Yeah.
he's done something. What has he done? The bruh had a whole NBA championship celebration after they made the playoffs, bro.
That
Like,
was
come
that was
on, man.
actually really funny.
That
That's
was
that
Come
was
hilarious.
a
on now.
really funny
It was
moment.
beautiful entertainment. But understand this:
Then,
Patrick Beverly is what helped the T Wolves. Understand what? That's the T Wolves. Okay.
Hey,
yo,
Patrick Beverly is a central
Pat
leader
Bev,
of that team.
came up
Pat,
with this bum ass stat to say every team I go to, we make the playoffs. Well, duh, you got James Harden, LeBron, Cat, Anthony Edwards. You ain't like that. You don't
Hold on.
be doing nothing.
Pat Bev keeps the same energy no matter where he go and what he does. You could cook him up that night. He gonna still talk shit and he's still gonna come back at you. Eli Apple, on the
Hey,
other hand, when he has a good game, oh, that's when he wants to turn into a little Twitter finger. But it's
hey,
okay. It's
he's had a
okay.
lot. He's had a lot of them this season, and
Cornerback
he
is a
be
tough
shutting down.
position.
He be shutting down receivers. Nobody want to speak on that. Pat Bev, literally, what Russell Westbrook say? His own teammates say he just be running around there doing nothing. He don't be doing nothing.
Hey,
Literally,
he had a clutch shot the other night.
You definitely
Sent, sent,
and a
sent,
putback.
sent him in the
once
OT,
in
but
his
then
life. What his
hey,
3-point percentage record is? I mean, percentages this
Oh,
year.
it's been trash, but over the last
Okay,
month, it's
okay.
risen. It has
Mm,
risen. Okay.
mm. Then got the nerve to go out there with a camera and try to show the ref. Man, I
I,
hope they
yo,
find
I
him.
would have.
nah, that was another funny sequence of events.
It's hilarious. Like seriously,
Just straight bum
seriously,
behavior.
just entertainment,
Jesus,
entertainment.
Jesus.
Man, oh man, fellas, I'm so excited to run it down with y'all again. Here we go with the conference championships. We're gonna review it. We're gonna talk about the refs and should they review more. Don, I can't wait to hear what you got to say about these refs. You know, in my time, the refs have been on my side, so I'm not too
Oh,
upset.
we know Deflate Gate. What's that one? Tuck rule. All type of stuff
Yeah,
going on up there.
yeah, we're gonna speak on it. We're gonna speak, and from there we will go into that bad man, the real bad man, the real young goat, Patrick Mahomes, who's ascending as we speak, separating himself from the rest as we speak, and his performance and where it ranks. We're talking about a bum ankle and Tyreek. We'll see. We'll see what we think about that. And from there, we'll go into the 49ers and the future of this franchise at the quarterback position specifically. We're talking about three different guys who've come from three different, storylines and different backgrounds. And it's a beautiful story to see what these 49ers were even able to do with Purdy this year, and we know what happened in the game. We'll get into that as well. And from there, we'll go into that guy who made the difference in my mind in the game, Jalen Hurts and those Eagles and the trajectory. Is it legit? Is Jalen Hurts sample size enough to place him as a top tier quarterback in today's game? We're going to speak on it. We're going to see if that schedule, the result of the easy schedule. We spoke on it. We had a little beef in the comment section here and there a couple of weeks ago, but we'll chop it down, dissect it, all three of us, and spit how we how we know how on No Games Just Business. And from there, we'll close it out with the rivalry segment. The rivalry segment. I can't wait to get into this because this is looking into the future to see who the top dogs are. We've seen a glimpse of a nice rivalry here this weekend. We'll look forward in just a few. Let's get it. Let's get it.
Before we get started, I want to tell everybody like, subscribe, comment, show some love, and let's get this thing started.
Let's get it pop. What's up?
Yeah, it's definitely time, and we are going to get right into it, man. The conference championship game reviews. We're going to start off with these Chiefs and Bengals, and because we had to send the Coast Guard out, the SWAT team, see if Don was going to show up today, but he's here. He's here. What's going on, Don? What happened, man? What happened?
Well, Patrick Mahomes happened, Chris Jones happened, and the Bengals offensive line happened, and the referees happened. I say that. Last night I was more so in the ref stuff, and they played a role in some of the stuff that happened while we lost certain stuff. There's a lot of egregious stuff that happened last night, like the repeat of the third downs, the last play where Pat Mahomes got hit out of bounds. Trey Hendrickson, bro was basically choking him, holding him from stopping to getting them Patrick Mahomes. Just a few plays or a series ago, we seen them call the Bengals for that, but magically the Chiefs didn't get called for that. And I feel like that should have been offset in penalties for the Osai and thing, Osai and Trey Hendrickson thing. Also had Burrow got late hit when they did have the ball before they punted it back. Didn't see no flag for that, but as soon as Mahomes, the golden child, get touched, now it's, we got to throw this flag. And one of my main things was the Bengals were one of the lowest or the lowest penalized team this season. You really think a team that got that much discipline went out there and got nine penalties yesterday?
And
then
that's a good point.
And then on the big punt return that Sky Moore had, I saw from the TV, bro, got blocked in the back. Magically, the flag didn't get appeared then, but just magically. And then it all came to me when I seen something on the internet that I didn't notice at first. Ron Turbert was the referee, and he was the same referee that had the Bengals in the Super Bowl, who called Logan Wilson for that pass interference call that cost us the game for that also.
Is this a conspiracy?
Hey. All I'm saying is some of this stuff could have it seemed like all the flags was going into the Chiefs' favor, but at the same time, Patrick Mahomes balled out. Our backup offensive line was just horrible. I mean, Chris Jones was getting through there. Had Darius sending me texts, 1 sec, 2 sec. I'm like, bruh, shut up.
Had him nervous, Jimmie. Had him nervous. He was nervous the whole game.
I mean, it was Chris Jones. I mean, he balled. I got to give him that. On the other side, we got bums like Frank Clark talking about they can take their bum asses back to Cincinnati. Bro, you ain't did nothing but got 1 sack. You ain't did nothing. Literally, Chris Jones was the issue, not you. You ain't like that. Like that's like that's all cool. The Bengals still had a chance to go down there and win the game, but hey,
did they?
Chris Jones lined up over Adeniji, and we know Adeniji is nothing but trash. And I mean, he put that little one move on him.
And last week you was talking kind of crazy. The last couple of weeks, Don, you gonna
I
have
was
to
talking crazy.
stand on.
I am
You gonna
talking.
have
I
to
am standing
stand
on it.
on
I
what
am
you've been
standing on it.
saying, man.
I said the Buffalo Bills was not like that. They was
Hey,
praising the Bills.
I said
They was
Chris
praising.
Jones. Chris
Hey,
Jones
did
is
I
that
not?
guy.
Did I not? And I said the only one that could do something is Chris Jones. That is what I said. I
And
said
you
the rest of them, I ain't worried about,
well,
and I
it's
still
funny.
ain't worried about them.
It's funny because all the guys that you say you were not worried about came out the ball. You said, "Oh,
Who?
Travis Kelce doesn't catch passes on us."
I give you that. I give
On
you
a
that.
fourth down conversion, guess what he does? He makes a big time play, and Mahomes makes a big time throw because
Willie Gay Jr.
that's why he's the best quarterback in the league.
Who?
Willie Gay Jr.
Chris Jones came out and dominated that game. If I'm not mistaken, he had 5 QB hits, 2 sacks.
Mhm.
I mean, I told you he doesn't have to disrupt on just sacking the quarterback. He had 3 TFLs as well.
Mhm.
So I mean, this it wasn't. Hey, don't get me wrong. I definitely agree with you. 9 penalties from a team that doesn't really cause penalties like that is ridiculous. That's pretty. That's a huge jump. We could see like maybe 3, 4, but 9. That's a little fishy, right? Hey man, Joseph Asai, he's a defensive lineman. I don't understand how he's running full speed to get Mahomes to stop him from getting a first down. This is the fourth quarter to stop him from getting the first down. That's going to make a huge difference in this game. You think he's going to be able to just stop all of a sudden? We're talking about a 280 to at least 300-pound defensive lineman coming full speed. And honestly, a lot of these hits on the sidelines, like these late hits, I think it more comes from the perspective of the team that goes like, oh, like it's the reaction of everyone that's like,
Yeah,
all right,
hey,
now we got to throw the flag.
that flag
It,
seemed like it ain't come out till the Chiefs players start running over
it
there to
came out
Mahomes.
very late,
Hey,
very late. So I give him that. Definitely that extra third down conversion was crazy. I never seen anything like that.
Bogus.
That was ridiculous. I mean, you hit it right on the money. You hit it right on the money with that missed roughing the passer. Because if that was any other quarterback, that was getting called, especially
let it
Tom
been
Brady.
let it been that little golden boy back there.
You're definitely missing the blocking and back, and with the with on that punt. But I mean, you guys played okay.
Yeah,
That wasn't your best game as well. Like it wasn't just the penalties that you guys couldn't establish a run. I mean, T. Higgins and Jamar Chase, they did their thing.
They was getting double teamed left and right. As soon as Tyler Boyd went out there, we had
Yeah.
nobody
Yeah.
to beat one-on-one coverage, and it became evident.
Nobody was on the other side. Y'all had people. Come on.
No,
Hayden
I'm
Hurts,
saying they
Mixon. Y'all use Mixon. Come on.
Mixon didn't really
Mixon
use him in the
he
pass
couldn't
game.
get the running game
They
going.
typically got P.
Y'all
Ryan.
ran the ball 17 times in all together. Y'all wasn't trying to get it going.
What you mean? We're pass first offense. What you
But
mean?
17 attempts?
Yes. If it's not there, would you want them to keep going to it?
I want you to try to establish some type of balance. You're talking about 17 attempts. That's not an attempt to establish balance. You gave it to your running back Mixon, but how many of those 17 times? Like, how do you establish a run if you're not giving it to your number one guy?
You know, Jimmy, I know it's hard for you to watch a team pass so much because all your team does is run because y'all don't have a legit quarterback back there. But that's what teams that have good quarterbacks do. They pass the ball and they try to make plays. But look at this. They was double teaming Chase and Higgins. So then their Chris Jones was just dominant all night. He wasn't allowing no type of running lanes or anything. They was trying to hit screens. It wasn't there. I mean, they tried to do different stuff. So now you're talking about Trent Irwin and Hayden Hurst having to beat their one-on-ones. If they can't beat their one-on-ones, what are you going to do?
You just submitted to T. Higgins and Jamar Chase both being double teamed. If you're double teaming 2 number one options, that means your running game should be more likely to be effective. You're talking about 8 carries, bro. That's not an attempt to establish any type of balance. And I'm talking about the Chiefs as well. And you're talking, it's not like y'all were down. At a certain point, y'all had Y'all didn't take the lead in late, but actually y'all did. Y'all took the lead
No, we
late,
ain't never,
if I'm not
we wasn't
mistaken.
up.
So all right, so 2020, when you have the lead, or if you're tied, in order to establish some sense of dominance on the O line, which I did against the Bills, you need to establish some run. What you did against the Bills is total opposite of the game plan against the Chiefs. And yeah, I know y'all built more so to shoot it out. But the Bills, I thought, and I think Cuz too, was built to battle y'all in the trenches. Y'all wasn't even trying to battle the Chiefs in the trenches, and I think y'all could have won, even with the backups. I seen y'all do well against the Bills. Bills don't have
Bro,
Von Miller, but
the Bills don't got a Chris Jones over there. And last week I was hyping up saying they said this guy was gonna do this and this guy was gonna do that. Hey, that snow might actually help the Bengals offensive line because this week here, Jesus, like they
Yeah,
wasn't
I mean,
getting no push. That's why I can't really agree with they should
honestly,
have went back to the run.
I think a lot of those penalties was also causing them to. It was kind of a little draining because a lot of them were just they were either non calls or it was a bad call. So I mean that can be draining as
Or
well
or
for
when
this team
or
as
when you
well
did
because
or when you did do a good play, like when Burrow hit Chase for that 19-yard reception, it get called back because of energy hold. He actually held. It's like, come on now, like what we
yeah.
doing here?
Yeah, and you brought up a good point as well on that same play on that unnecessary roughness on the sideline. Um, it, all three of your D linemen were actually being held on
Mm,
that same play. It
mm.
was it was crazy. But you know, you guys didn't do what you did last week. You guys absolutely dominated the Bills. I'm talking about just straight toughness. It wasn't about skill. It was about being prepared and not surprised by anybody. And you guys, on all ends, offense and defensively, punched them in the mouth all game. And that did not happen this week. I mean, you had Mahomes out there without Juju, without Kadarius Toney, without Mecole Hardman going, all three of those guys going down, and this team found a way to get it done. I mean, MVS, wow, wow, a guy that once upon a time is considered a deep threat, but he had catching problems, right? He would always drop a lot of passes in Green Bay, but he comes out and has a great game in a big time moment. 116 receiving yards and a touchdown. Wow. I mean, Mahomes stepping up, making that run on a bad ankle to get the first down, right? We talk about big time moments in this game. Finding Kelsey on that 4th and 1, finding MVS on the 3rd and 10. And this team is the worst third down conversion team in the league, and they're the best offense in the league. It's crazy. I mean, we all know Mahomes is the greatest improviser in the league, but he's even better when he's just strictly a statue in the pocket. I'm not gonna lie,
I ain't
that
going that
Burrow,
far.
that Burrow. Okay,
what do you say? What do you say?
stats show it, and
What's
honestly,
that
that
show?
that Burrow head, get it out of here,
Man,
man. It's
get it
done,
out of
man.
here. This is
It's done,
premature.
man. Mahomes is
Is
Premature.
the
it is
best.
it premature?
Mahomes is the best.
Premature.
Is it
How many times have I even
premature? I
played that? How
mean,
many times have I even played that?
with Burrow once.
Oh, so how is it? How is it,
I
bro?
mean, I imagine he just put it. He just said that since Burrow has beaten Mahomes 3 times, but I mean, yeah, that
It
Burrow
has
head
what?
stuff. I
It
mean,
has what to show
it
for it?
it.
I mean,
I mean, what?
yeah. So, bro,
But here we okay. If you saying that,
Oh
if the
no!
Chiefs go out here and get their ass smacked like I think they will, what does that mean that they beat the Bengals? It means nothing because just like people
Oh,
aren't
wait,
giving us
oh
props for
my!
going
Huh?
into Arrowhead and
so it
winning
doesn't mean
last
nothing
year.
that you guys beat them last year
Shoot.
when you
Apparently
lost.
not because he just said and got what.
Whoa,
So
whoa,
I
whoa.
mean,
Wait. See, I want to wait for the Patrick Mahomes praise because he deserves it. I don't know if it should be now and then. I don't know, but Patrick Mahomes' performance is why Patrick Mahomes has bragging rights over this man Joe Burrow. Patrick Mahomes did it harder,
bro,
has done it with more
what
difficulty. Let me
what did
spit right
he
quick.
do?
Let me spit right quick. Bum ankle, no Tyreek, lower expectations, offense that is not as explosive. Tyrann Matthews not there. Their defense isn't as playmaking explosive. This team went down in weapons and got
Yes,
better in
yes,
efficiency. Come on, baby. Patrick Mahomes is doing it differently. He said, bye-bye, Tyreek. Hello, championships, regardless. Joe Burrow, I'm waiting for you to do it. I'm not expecting him to do it. I want him to at least win with these guys now. But Patrick Mahomes is doing it against a guy who has guys. Stop it, guys, with an S.
Jimmie.
I mean, and
Jimmy,
you came out
let
to
me
the
let
point.
me let me say this right quick. I don't give a damn about the weapons Burrow got because you know I thought about this earlier. I said I hear a whole bunch of this. Let me ask you this. I heard somebody say, "Oh, if Mahomes had Chase T. Higgins and Tyler Boyd, he might throw for 7,000 yards." Well, what the hell would Burrow do if he had the Kansas City Chiefs offensive line? Please let me know. Because bro is really like that. So if he had an offensive line, what would happen out there?
You guys went out there and spent money on your offensive line.
And 3 of them was injured. It was straight up backups out there.
I
So
mean, we saw what happened to Mahomes when both his tackles went out in the Super Bowl.
Exactly. So it's like you can't sit here and say, bro, you can't sit here and be like, oh,
if
he
Purdy didn't
had
get
less
hurt,
weapons.
the game would have been better.
You can't say that he had less weapons and he was out here
shouldas.
doing this and doing that, because if you don't got an offensive line to give you time to actually deliver the ball and progress through the look through the progression, it does not matter. Just like you said, we saw it in the Super Bowl. Burrow had some, I ain't gonna call them bums because they on the Bengals, but he had some below average offensive linemen out there. And for the second year in a row, they cost us a chance to either win the Super Bowl or get to the Super Bowl. And that's all I'm gonna say is, hey, y'all do whatever y'all want with that Mahomes stuff.
Because you can't do nothing with it. That's the true goal. The true baby goal. This man is
what has he done? What has he done?
I'm telling you
what
right
has
now,
he done? He has one
without a line
championship.
and with weapons.
One.
Thank you.
He has one championship.
5 AFC appearances.
One championship.
Am I correct?
5 straight AFC appearances. He's
what
dominated.
Has he done?
Can I finish? 1 Super Bowl championship. He's on the verge of getting 2 MVPs. He has won 5 conference championships in a row. No, wait.
No, he has not. He's just been to the AFC championship.
Sorry, he's been to 5 conference championships in a row. He's dominated his division.
The division was trash.
If I'm not mistaken, isn't he the only quarterback in history?
Did.
Isn't he the only quarterback in history to throw for 5,000 passing yards twice?
I think there's some other people.
Or did Drew Brees do that? Or did Drew Brees do the same thing? But
I ain't sure about that one. But I mean, y'all heaping praise on somebody that was basically put in a great situation when he first came into the league. Like, bro, he's good. He's good. Yes, he is good.
You can't say that.
It's the truth.
You can't say he was put in a great situation.
The Chiefs won the AFC West before he got there. What else do you want me to say? It's the truth.
What I'm saying is, with or without a great situation, he's proven something. Your guy
I never said he didn't. I'm just not here to say that he's this GOAT player. Like, he has not done enough to be up on sitting for me to he's sitting there riding this man and saying, oh, he's the GOAT. He ain't, bro. Bro got one championship.
Who's the best?
Mahomes is the best right now. Okay. But if it's me, I'm gonna choose I'm gonna choose Burrow for me. But my thing is, I'm not sitting here going to praise this man like he done something so special. Like, yeah, you did what you had to do. But at the end of the day, when he go out here in 2 weeks, if he lose, what are you going to say? Are you going to still say he's the best up out here? Or are you going to be praising Jalen Hurts? Because I know you're going to praise Jalen Hurts and the Eagles. You're going to say, oh, look who he had to play.
If you know me, you know I speak on situation, and what I just did with Patrick Mahomes is speak on his situation. So for Jalen, his situation,
are you going to give Patrick Mahomes excuses? That's what I'm saying.
I'm trying to tell you right now. With Jalen Hurts, his situation doesn't allow for me to give him praise. I'm gonna give the situation praise first. With Patrick Mahomes, he has watered down his situation, and has still reached the promised land. He's doing the opposite of what we praise guys for doing. He doesn't need what most guys need, and he gets it done. He doesn't need a healthy ankle to get it done. He doesn't need a number 1 receiver to get it done. Travis Kelce is okay, and Lamar Jackson has Mark Andrews, and we talk about him not having a number 1 receiver. That's his number 1 receiver. Then.
Bro, that's a whole different. That's 2 different arguments, bro. Like, nobody is saying Lamar Jackson is as good as Patrick Mahomes. Nobody said that. The Chiefs still do have multiple weapons around him.
Who's the number 1 receiver? Juju. He was out.
Nobody counts him as the number one receiver. When you think of the receivers on the Chiefs, you think of Travis Kelce
A tight
because
end, yes.
that's their number one option. You don't sit here and say, oh, well, they don't really
who's
have a number
next?
one receiver because they have an elite offensive weapon out there. And then
And
after that, I guess you're gonna say whoever you want to say. But all I'm sitting here saying is he did what he did. I give him that. But at the same time,
Jordan flu game tier.
We give
Just
we
letting you
give
know.
we give we
that's
give
what
Pat
you want.
Mahomes the flowers like we give like a Peyton Manning or a Tom Brady because these guys didn't have the number one. I mean, obviously he has Travis Kelce, one of the probably the number 3 tight end all time, number 2. Between him and Gronk, I don't know the way he's been playing lately. Gronk is still my guy, but Kelce might be there. But I mean, we got to give Mahomes the same type of flowers we give these other quarterbacks because they've done the same thing without the top tier weapons. He doesn't have a Jamar Chase and a T. Higgins, and we've already established multiple times that T. Higgins is a number one.
Y'all only mention the weapons. Bro has an elite offensive line. Y'all didn't tell me what would happen if Burrow had an elite offensive line. He has Andy Reid. He went into a makeshift offense that had already won the AFC West multiple years before he even got there. Bro, literally he was plug and play. He's that good. And now, so you go from a team that was already making the playoffs before him and bring him there, and he elevated the team to even more heights. That's all fine and dandy. Hell, Burrow lifted a whole losing organization to a goddamn AFC championship and a Super Bowl. I'm not sitting here about to praise this man for doing something that was went into an easy situation. So I'm not sitting here going to say, all Patrick Mahomes has done is won one Super Bowl and lost the other, bro. And then in 2 weeks he's gonna be 1-2. He is gonna be 1-2.
Yeah, and he has more.
What is gonna be your argument?
He has more.
What do you fucking do?
The Super Bowls he would have lost. Let's listen to it. You talking about?
I don't want to hear about. I don't want to hear nothing about what he did. What has he done since Burrow has been in the league? That's what I'm saying.
The Eagles this year, their D-line, one of the best of all time. So if he does lose this, that's what we'll be talking about because this team is set to break the record as far as sacks. That's what we'll be talking about.
When he lost, being a hypocrite. You're being a hypocrite.
Let me spit. As far as when he lost before, the left tackle, right tackle out. Name a quarterback who's won a Super Bowl without they're both left tackle and right tackle against an elite defense. Stop talking. Come on, stop it. It's talking about Patrick Mahomes. Joe Burrow is not playing yet.
Darius, am I hearing these excuses for Joe Burrow last year when he went against the greatest defensive player last year in Aaron Donald? I don't think I'm hearing these excuses. I just heard that Joe Burrow ain't did nothing. But for some reason, why he lost or why he gonna lose is because he going against the Eagles defensive line or he went against he went against this guy or that guy. Like, come on, man. Like, I ain't here to sit here and make excuses for somebody. Hey, y'all heap whatever praise y'all want for Patrick Mahomes. He's good. I give him that. It's just way too early to be heaping this praise like he's done these all-time stuff already. Yes, he has won Super Bowl in 3 appearances. If he's 1-2, what are we saying here? Literally, what are we saying?
I mean, he just continues to show that he's a top tier guy. I mean,
I agree with that.
He's a difference maker, and he can make a lot. Like when we talk about arm talent, we talk about like Aaron Rodgers. He makes Aaron Rodgers throws, but better. Right? That's the type of guy this guy is. And we got to go ahead and move forward. We got to get to this Eagles versus 49ers. This was a tough game. Purdy, he got hurt early. I said, what is Purdy going to do in this situation when he has to play the Dallas Cowboys and then the Philadelphia Eagles? He struggled against the Cowboys. And, I mean, he didn't even have really the opportunity to even really play the Eagles. I mean, he only threw the ball 4 times before getting hurt. The defense did their job. I mean, they forced 3 punts out of 9 drives. I mean, they did what they were supposed to do. It was just that they just couldn't have, the offense to kind of back them up here. And one of those drives was a bogus drive because Devontae Smith, we know that wasn't a catch, obviously. and we don't know the outcome of that drive if it was reversed. Other than that, I mean, CMC, we just continue to see how he's a difference maker and he's a top running back in this league. I mean, who's really the top guys at that position? CMC is a true difference maker, a true talent, special talent on this team. I just want to bring in some stats for CMC just to show how dominant he is. He when he was with this team, they were 13-1, right? Not only did he up their points by 7, but he also changed the total offense and upgrading that to 40 yards, added 40 yards per game. I mean, come on now. He's gonna with the healthy QB, this team is still gonna be dominating on the NFC side, and we'll get into the QB issues later. But I mean, which I got.
Go ahead, Jimmy.
This game, I feel like we didn't learn too much, and it was like bittersweet for me. I like to see a dominant performance by defense, especially in the playoffs. But the Eagles, we've been waiting for them to have a true challenge, and we've seen it in the trenches, and they dominated in the trenches. The Eagles have been consistent. They've been doing what they need to do, regardless of when it's been in the season, with or without Jalen as well. This unit is different. I believe we'll be talking about this Eagles team as an all-time great team going forward, and we've seen them do what they had to do against that 49ers team that was, killed with all these injuries since the beginning of the football season. Purdy, you're right. He was 4 for 4. You know what I mean? It's not like he did anything. Well, the interception, but it's not like he did the fumble, whatever. But it's not like he did anything that would have we could say he would have messed the game up. The game was in, it was in fair balance around halftime, and things started to get sour right before halftime. But with that being said, Jalen, even with the bomb arm against a solid defense, 15 to 25, it's my 121 with a rushing TD and 1 fumble. 11 rushes. And I believe sometimes with the Eagles, we can overlook the reason why they won the championship a couple years back. And it's only because the perimeter has gotten so much more sexy on both ends of the field. You're talking about corners and receivers. But the trenches has been set. And you're talking about a beautiful situation. The Eagles are a product of what they've been building for years. And the 49ers couldn't do anything with it.
I'll say this. I ain't really learned nothing, really. I had a Eagles fan try to tell me even with Brock Purdy out there wasn't gonna make a difference. I don't know about that one. I mean, you could say that Eagles defense, yes, it's good. I agree, they are good, but at the same time, I'm not gonna sit here and say if Brock Purdy was out there when that made no difference. I mean, John Johnson couldn't even handle a snap, which cost them a touchdown before the half. So Brock Purdy even. I don't know. My argument to him is just like how I think he would have did something, and just like how he was saying he don't think it would have made a difference. It's opinion based. Neither one of us know what would happen if Brock Purdy was out there. But I say this, I believe it would have been a little bit better. Bro couldn't even throw, and it just came out that he's probably going to be out 6 months from that UCL injury in his elbow. So I feel like the Eagles. It's hard to say what would happen if they played like a legit offense. I mean, my money's Eagles fans. Y'all have a fan in me for 2 weeks straight. I'm letting you know this now. Call me Mr. Switch Up. I've said stuff about y'all. I apologize. What was that guy? The Hulk that was on TikTok. Mr. Hulk, accept me into your fan base for 2 weeks. After that 2 weeks, I'm not there no more. But for 2 weeks, I would not say nothing bad about y'all. It would be nothing but praise. And I tell you this: if y'all don't handle y'all business in the Super Bowl, I'm gonna come in here and have all type of stuff to say. But I believe in y'all.
I don't think he wants y'all. You said that they would lose to the Giants. The Giants. Okay. I remember.
Hey, we not bringing up stuff that happened in the past. That's the past. Hey, I've become a different man since then. Stuff has happened. Cheating has happened.
Mahomes has happened.
That's happened.
Cheating has happened.
He didn't switch down to the NFC side. NFC
Hey,
team.
like I told my mama earlier, the universe is gonna make this right. They're gonna make the Chiefs lose.
That's what he
So,
said last year.
Eagles, fly, Eagles, fly. I am with y'all.
Wow.
Fly.
Man, yeah. Don and switched up and went. We're gonna definitely have to call you Mr. Switch Up after this. That's big time. I mean, what I will say is that we didn't learn too much either because the Eagles have been kind of poo-poo. Well, not kind of, but we've also brought up the fact that they did have an easy schedule. And then guess what? When they get into the playoffs,
don't say we. Anything I said about them in the past is negated. They played an excellent season. That's what they did. That's what they did. They got a top 3 MVP candidate. We're not saying nothing bad about them. Nothing but praises.
So we brought up the fact of their schedule, right? And then they get into the playoffs. They play a Giants team that shouldn't have been there. Then they go ahead and play a 49ers team and the third string quarterback. This team is down to their third string quarterback with a top tier defense. Gets hurt in like the very earlier in the game. So now it's just like it was kind of easy for them to get to the Super Bowl, right? It was just like meant for them to get there. But you know what? People call them lucky. But you know what luck is? When preparation meets opportunity. And guess what they did? They took advantage of it. And you know what? That's why they're here right now. And you know what else they have? You know what else they have? They got a good rushing offense. I love their rushing offense, man. Well, between the quads of, just sprinkle in a little Jalen Hurts, sprinkle in a little Miles Sanders, sprinkle in a little Kenneth Gainwell, Boston Scott scoring 12 touchdowns versus the Giants in his career. That's pretty crazy to me. But when the pass game ain't there, they got the rushing attack to do it. They got the old line to do it. I mean, honestly, there we go, Mr. Switch Up right there.
Darius, I need you to change your name.
Shut up, Mr. Switch Up.
You are Mr. Switch Up. Last week,
now wants me to continuously to talk about the Bills. Like they're the Atlanta Falcons, like I was supposed to be supporting them.
Like
Jimmie,
like they behind you.
I kept it real. I had to. I don't switch
Jimmie,
up. So when I pick a team,
what did he say all year about the Bills?
The Bills will get better.
Now, when the team happened to lose, now it's they just didn't show up. The Bengals went out there and put it on them.
They did.
Stand on your stuff.
They definitely didn't show up.
Great game.
That's
stand on.
But
Jimmy, you know why? Jimmy, you know why?
I'm the first
I
switcher.
respect your takes. You know I respect it because you be standing on what you said.
You talking to the guy that switched up on
that's what I'm trying to say. I take the info, I analyze it, and I might have to switch. Okay, it might have to change. Okay, so I don't mind y'all switching up. Just stand 10 toes down. You was on the 20 with the 10 toes.
Hey, you was Bills was gonna beat us. You said that
too. I said
you
that too.
said that. Hey, at least you. But hold on. You know what? Scratch that. Jimmie ain't Mr. Consistent either because he chose the Bengals over the Chiefs.
I did because Patrick Mahomes bum ankle and he still got it done. But we'll speak on that soon.
Oh my Jesus!
And on that note, we will get right into that.
Oh, let's segue then. Let's go
baby
because this man, I've been trying to keep my energy together.
From Arrowhead,
but this man, Patrick Mahomes, is on a different level, fellas. This is baby Jordan flu game finals type shit. And I understand this isn't the game, the finals, the Super Bowl, but the pressure was on them. You talking about Burrowhead, you talking about Eli Apple, you talking about the mayor, you talking about all these different angles, the ankle, no Tyreek. Like there's a lot of different things here. Is who's the real baby goat? Like there's a lot of angles to the pressure of this game, and Patrick Mahomes delivered and proved me wrong. And sometimes when you support GOATs, they prove you wrong. So time and time again, this man behind me has proven me wrong. And I've had
proved me wrong this season.
Yeah, I'm be specific because he's played 20 something. But anyway, now he has not proven me wrong recently, Brady. But that's neither here nor there. We're talking about Patrick Mahomes, okay? Patrick Mahomes here with the ankle. You highlighted Juju, all these receivers being out. Patrick Mahomes was efficient within the pocket. Something that I question because his mobility was in question. I thought the Patrick Mahomes in the pocket, the clean cut, no turnovers, even though he did have a fumble, which was crazy. It slipped right out of his hands. That was crazy to see. I thought he was hot when that was going on. But Patrick Mahomes in the pocket was a beautiful thing to see. This is another level, seeing him check off certain things that Drew Brees checked off late in his career. Aaron Rodgers is checking off. This is getting done within the first 6 to 5 years of his career. We're talking about a career already in the making because GOATs already, top 5 quarterbacks, top 10 quarterbacks, only have 1, 2, 3 Super Bowls. So this guy's there. And if he wins at another one, you think I'm praising him now? Just watch. Just watch.
Go ahead, Darius. Y'all the praise team for him.
You already know. Jimmie hit it right on the money, man. It's difficulty, timing, adversity. He's been hearing all week Joe Burrow's better than him. The mayor's been saying something. Burrowhead, they can't beat Mahomes. His ankle injury. The Bengals is already smoking cigars and they only won a divisional. What's going on here, man? What's going? And you know what? I did have the Bengals winning as well, but there was a reason why, and it was only because of the fact that Mahomes' ankle injury. That's it. And like Jimmie said, he still got it done. I mean, besides his 6 touchdown passing game versus the Steelers, this might be the best game he's had, only because of so much that was going on here. This team is fighting to become a dynasty, and they're fighting towards that. And they still have some pieces of that team. The 3 main guys on this team is still a part of this dynasty right here, potential dynasty right here. 67%, and he had to stay in the pocket majority of the game. Having 3 receivers knocked out of his 3 top receivers, and we're not even talking guys that are the caliber of a Jamar Chase and a T. Higgins, but or Travis Kelce. But those 3 guys getting knocked out of the game, you still overcoming that. You have no run game. The highest rusher was Isaiah Pacheco, and he only rushed for like 25 rushing yards. Mm-hmm. I mean, him and Kelce just continues to show that they're the best duo in football. One of the best duos in football right here. It actually might have QB and tight end all time right there besides, Brady and Gronk. And again, we get into this level to where it's getting kind of close here. So it's just the Super Bowls that we're missing. But come on now. He's going on 2 MVPs. I already stated this. 2 MVPs. He's had 5,000 yard passing seasons. And he didn't even have Tyreek Hill this year. He passed for 5,000 yards. Led the league in passing touchdowns. His resume speaks for itself, man. Everyone knows he's the top dog. Come on, bro.
I've said Bruh's good. I've said that.
And that's the issue. He is great. Stop it.
Yeah, he's a great quarterback. He's a great quarterback.
So if he's good, what's Burrow?
Okay.
Good.
Solid.
Good.
Burrow's good too.
Hey, my stance has not changed. I still think there's one level of course. There's 3 people in that first tier, and that's Burrow, Allen, and Mahomes. Like, don't forget, just last year, this same praise y'all trying to praise on Mahomes, people was praising Josh Allen just like this also in that divisional game because of what he was doing out there. Bro was hurdling over linebackers and stuff. So I feel like any given day, any given game, you can go out here and you can see one of these guys put up an amazing effort, or amazing show. I mean, because just last year he had a meltdown in this same game against the Bengals, but nobody's saying nothing about that now. I just feel like you got to temper your praise when it's like, yes, he played great yesterday. I give him that. But at the same time, I'm just not here just to, yes, he if y'all want to say he's the best quarterback in the league, have at it. He's not my best quarterback.
Nigga, you just say he's the best quarterback in the league.
9.5 times out of 10, Mahomes will never lose you a game. He would not lose you a game.
Well, the first 3 meetings versus the Bengals, you could say that he was the reason why
Hey,
they
only
lost.
thing that only thing that matters is
That seemed like that's more than 99,
this is
99 or whatever.
this is a what can you do for me now game, man.
I'm seeing that because I would have loved to see what y'all would have said if we would have pulled it out. I wouldn't guarantee we wouldn't have heard none of this Mahomes praise or anything like that.
I
Maybe if the
mean,
2 interceptions that you like to speak on quarterbacks taking care of the ball, and Burrow shocked me. Both quarterbacks
I
shocked me.
mean, I
Burrow,
mean,
turn up. What's up? Not
honestly,
efficient.
his turnovers, that first one, I can see why he threw the ball on the inside and our boy picked it, because if you looked at it, T. Higgins was on the inside and then he went over the defender and the defender made a great play, saw it coming, and he was on the inside and picked it off. The last pick, I mean, that's
That
just
was
a great
more so.
play. That's just
Yeah,
a great
it's a
play.
punt more so than anything.
I was say Brett tipped the ball in the air, and who could have
Yeah.
saw that happen? He had just got beat. He just got beat by
versus
Jamar Chase a few plays ago with
I
that
mean,
same.
we're
With that
talking
same.
two rookie corners stepping up big time. One,
Yeah, so,
Joshua Williams catching that tip interception, and then we can't forget about that big time third down tip pass by Trent McDuffie. Don't forget about that,
Oh,
because
yeah.
that was definitely a first down, because T. Higgins
he-
was going to catch that pass.
Mhm,
But
True.
that tip was a big time moment.
I mean, yeah, they you know there's some people on that team that played very well. Others talk a lot, did nothing, but hey, what can you say?
So we just gotta hear you say it. So just one more time. It's no more Burrowhead, right? It's Arrowhead.
No, it's.
Keep
I mean,
respect.
honestly, I was never on that Burrow. I honestly thought it was kind of corny, but I was riding with it because
Jimmy,
that's my team.
Jimmy,
I was
You were.
riding with it because that's my team.
all week last episode, this man was going crazy. He said, I
Hey.
just need him to keep the same
Hey.
energy. Jimmy.
Switch your
Jimmy,
chest.
he definitely missed the switch up. It's totally different. He
It's
didn't
a
give
different
Chris
level.
Jones.
Let me ask you
He
this.
gave
Let me
Chris
ask you this.
Jones his praise. He gave Mahomes his praise.
But the thing
He's-
about it is, Darius, when me and you talk, did I not say Chris Jones is the only one I could see actually doing something? I remember saying that.
I said
Or I
I
either said
said
it on my own podcast.
I
Either
said-
way, I said it. I know for a fact I said
said Chris Jones is terrorizing quarterbacks at this moment. You said, well, he didn't do anything against us.
I did say that.
That's the
I did
same,
say that.
It's the
I
same
did
thing
say
you
that.
said about
I did
Kelsey.
say that.
And guess
I
what?
did
And you said the same thing about Mahomes. And guess what? All three came to play.
And the crazy part about it is,
felt
the
that
crazy part,
disrespect.
the crazy part, they still needed the referees to help beat us. But hey, we gonna just move on
Topic
from
for
there.
another day.
Hey,
Yo.
it is what it is.
All right, we're gonna get into this. Hurts and the Eagles.
Yes, we are. We are going with the Eagles. And are they a legit team? We spoke on the schedule. We'll speak on their trajectory. Jalen Hurts, is he legit? Is he top 5? Is his situation too good to really place him accurately? Do we need to see more? What's up? What's up with these Eagles? Fly Eagle 5 fan. What's up?
Go ahead, Darius. You missed the Eagles. You was Eagles before me. You was the Eagles fan before me.
I was. Even though I hate their fans, I've
Hey.
never disliked the Eagles.
Hey,
I can always respect them.
quick thing. Y'all remember how I said I was gonna be on the Cowboys top because of how they fans was, but now, oh my God,
Nah,
it went
Eagles
from
fans different.
it went from Cowboys to Eagles. Now it's the Chiefs. Oh my Jesus, Chiefs fans are irritate the mess out of me. But go ahead.
It's a lot of
He's so
hatred.
upset.
Salty.
Man, oh man, I think Jalen Hurts. He's proven that he's a top 10 quarterback in this league. And I mean, he's
Top
just
10?
top 10,
No
because
higher?
top 10. I give him top 10.
You see this Eagles fans. I'm here with y'all. I am gonna defend Jalen Hurts for y'all.
Top 10. He's improved his game, man. In 15 games, he played 15 games last year, played 15 this year. Higher completion percentage, more passing yards, more passing touchdowns, more rushing touchdowns, higher QBR. I mean, he's a great leader. He doesn't fold under pressure. We haven't seen him diminish in a big moment of the game. He's very poised. He's a dual threat. He could run the ball, and he's a big body too, so he'll run through you if you need to.
Mhm.
I mean, we saw without him, the offense struggled. There was no flow. The whole offense flows 10 times better with him in it. It just looks it it just looks really smooth and really good. And he got poo-pooed all year for having the team around him, but isn't that what we're supposed to do? Wasn't Joe Burrow supposed to get Jamar Chase?
Tell
Wasn't
that man to the right of you that. Tell him
Yo,
that he be the one
wasn't
sitting here talking
didn't
about that
didn't they
man.
bring in Randy Moss for Tom Brady? Did, didn't they bring in
Have
T.O.
Gronk,
for
Edelman.
so this is what's supposed to happen. This is what the GM is there for, to build this roster around your franchise, what you think your franchise guy is going to be. And I'm glad that they allowed this guy to have the keys to the Ferrari here, because this right here, this team as a whole is definitely this might be a Rolls Royce right here, because they might destroy the Chiefs. They might.
It's not no might. It's not no might. Put some respect on them.
destroy.
Destroy.
What? Define destroy, please. Define it. Please.
38-16. Destroy.
That is so disrespectful.
And I want you to come up in here with that same Mahomes praise after they whoop that ass.
I will, because he's the best quarterback and
Shoot.
quarterback is the best and most important position on the field.
We ain't gonna see that in 2 weeks. Shoot. What was the question about the Eagles?
The trajectory.
This
of the
man that
Eagles.
got me.
The soft schedule of the Eagles. Is Jalen Hurts legit?
We not speaking on no such thing of a schedule. They played who they played. As far as they trajectory, honestly, I missed the Eagles today. I think this is their best chance to win the championship this year, because after this, Hurts gets paid. I mean, that'd be one. If they pick up his 5th-year option, he'll have one more year of a low cap hit. But at the same time, I mean, I'm looking at some of these key players that's a free agent after this: Miles Sanders, Boston Scott, Jason Kelsey, James Bradbury, Gardner Johnson, Marcus Epps, Fletcher Cox, Hargrave. I mean, that's a good bit of y'all good players that's going to be a free agent. Both of the linebackers, actually. And you already got A.J. Brown on a big deal. Are y'all going to actually be able to bring back a lot of these guys? I'm not sure. I don't think so. But I'll say this. I believe they're built perfectly. I mean, this is what you want to do. Build a team around a young quarterback that's on a rookie contract and give him weapons and just give him everything to win a championship, or at least get there. And we saw, like, they have a elite offensive line. That's why I'm really thinking that they're going to win. Like, they have the weapons. That's the only thing the Bengals didn't have last year, was the offensive line. Do you give them the offensive line, it would have been a different story. So now you're talking about a quarterback that has the offensive line, has the weapons, and he's a dual threat. And then you talk about an elite defense on the other side. Oh, oh, Kansas City. Y'all just don't know what's coming towards y'all in a few weeks. As far as Jalen Hurts, I believe. Let me see. Let me ask you this: when y'all rank quarterbacks, y'all base it off of talent, or y'all base it off of what they've done, or base it a collection of both?
It's
I think
a collection of good.
Yeah, I was about to say, I think it's a collection of both, of what they can do for me in the future, what have they done now, and also just the overall talent level.
So you had him as a top 10 quarterback. Who do you still have above him?
Mahomes, Burrow,
Allen.
Josh
Allen?
Yeah, of course, Josh Allen. I just didn't know about number 3. Who else we got?
You got Herbert, you got Lawrence, Brady, Rogers, Dak.
Brady's in my top 5.
I don't know about that one no more.
He's like 5. He's like that. I still got Brady in the top 5 because Brady can still make the throws that a lot of.
No, he can't. No, he
Yes, he
can't.
can.
We seen him dirt and balls the last time we seen him play a game.
You know who I compare. You know who I compare. I compare Brady and LeBron right there with the same with each other.
But Bron
No,
isn't.
no,
He's not a
hear
top
me out.
5
But hear me
player.
out.
He's not a top 5 player in the league this year.
Yeah, LeBron's not.
Listen,
LeBron is not. I'm sorry.
Listen, but at their age, they've done so much. It's like they're already at a different level. So their expectation, the expectation of them is always here, right? It's always up here. It's never, oh man, Brady's having an off year.
So it's like you grading him at a curve then.
Well, if he needs a lot more now than he ever did before. So he needed that offensive line. If he had that offensive line, I mean, he put up, 4,000 passing yards, and
I mean, they was throwing the ball about 50, 60 times a game. That's the part that people ain't gonna mention.
He's 45 years old. We're talking about a 45-year-old man.
I'm not saying he's not top 10. I do believe Brady's still top 10, but I'm just
what a switch up.
I've been thinking. No, I'm saying I don't think he's top 5. He's top,
no. You said he's not top 10 before. You said Jared Goff over this man.
But then I seen Dak, then I seen Kirk, and hey, didn't you just say I analyzed and then I came to a different conclusion? I analyzed and I came to a different conclusion.
Brady hasn't played since you said that. What are you analyzing?
Hey, I analyzed what Dak did, I analyzed what Kirk did, and I analyzed what Geno did. Jared Goff, there's still a debate on if Jared Goff is a better quarterback right now than Brady. But for right now, Hurts is probably in my top 5. Now that I'm like what he's done these last 2 games. I mean, I know I poo-pooed the Giants win, and this win you really haven't been able to see anything either because but he did. I mean, he only threw for like 100 and something yards. Nope, I'm not going to talk myself out of this. The Eagles are going to be a problem for the Chiefs in the Super Bowl in 2 weeks. I am with y'all. Fly, Eagles, fly. Jimmie, what you got on this?
I want to start off with the trajectory of this Eagles team. And when we're speaking on trajectory, sometimes we got to look back. And I spoke on a little bit earlier. This team has won Super Bowl within the last 10 years, and the line is a part of that. And those guys that you mentioned, I believe they won't be able to get both wide receivers going forward. You're talking about Smith on a rookie contract, but the corners, you spoke on Bradbury. I don't think they need 2 number 1 corners. So I think they'll be able to, plug and play.
Help.
It definitely does help. But we've seen him.
Slade is starting to get a little older.
He definitely is.
He's still playing at a high level though.
True, and they also have a top 10 draft pick, so they have potential to replace some of these big time position needs. And the GM is doing a beautiful job. They highlighted it already, and with that draft pick, you see what I'm saying? Like it's going to be a little bit easier for them to get to where they need to go, especially in this division. This division, as far as the Cowboys, no matter how sexy the Cowboys look on paper, they're just not there yet. It's been almost 3 decades now. I'm not banking on the Cowboys. I'd rather talk about the Giants and their coach and the system that they're building, and then the Commanders are the Commanders. So the Eagles, from the NFC angle, they have a way to get there religiously. We've seen them sort of do that. We've talked about multiple times here, and we're talking about what a backup quarterback before. You could argue if they didn't blow up the WP situation, they could have come back instead of the 49ers maybe. But with that being said, I believe Jalen Hurts is in a similar position as Joe Burrow, with having everything you potentially need or close to it with Joe. I agree with the line, and getting it done. Let's see if you can do what you're supposed to do early on in your career, and then later on in your career, I want to see you start waning free of those options, because now your contract is a little bit more, as you alluded to. So with that being said, I believe Jalen Hurts can do that, and I believe Jalen Hurts is a top 4 quarterback in today's game.
Damn.
Yeah.
Now that I'm looking at the starting quarterbacks of the league, I mean, you got Mahomes, Burrow, Josh Allen. You know what? I would I would honestly put Trevor Lawrence in that spot at like number 4.
I like
I,
that actually.
I like
I don't like that. I don't.
I like Trevor Lawrence there at number 4. I don't
Over
know.
Hurts?
Yeah, because this is a passing league. I mean, Hurts is a dual
Hurts can
threat.
pass.
Hurts is a dual threat, but
Mm-hmm.
long term, we don't know what this looks like. He did get hurt. A shoulder injury. Because look at all the mobile quarterbacks in this league: Kyler Murray, Justin Fields, Lamar Jackson, Jalen Hurts. We talk about this as a mobile league, but look at all of them. They all got hurt, and they're all young.
I want to point out. I want to point out. This is all Darius take. I have nothing to do with this because hey, I know how y'all
Eagles fans gonna kill me on TikTok.
I know how y'all Eagles fans roll. I'm not with this mess here of a Trevor Lawrence. Hey, because bro threw 4 interceptions in a playoff game.
And
I'm not giving him.
That's not.
It's not because of him though. It's more so the incompetence of the Chargers.
But you also got to see him on the sideline. If you see his body language, if you see
Jalen Hurts ain't doing
poise,
that.
he's like Jalen Hurts is a great leader for this team.
That's what I'm saying. No, I'm saying he's not throwing 4 interceptions
because he's
in one half.
He's not throwing the ball 40 times a game.
He's not right. He's not asked to be the reason why they won.
Hold on. Trevor Lawrence hadn't thrown 40 passes when he threw them interceptions. It was about 10 to 15.
But they're more relying on his arm.
Yeah, because they got down bad because he was throwing interceptions. Literally, he is the cause, and then now you got to get up out of here with his arm, and now you want me to heap praise and say he's a top 4 quarterback when he the reason why the building was burning. No, I'm not doing that. He's good. He's the top 10 quarterback. Yes, he is not better than Jalen Hurts this year. Like he is not. And that's not even me being a quote unquote Eagles fan these 2 weeks. That's just straight up just my analysis has said this. Jalen Hurts is better than him right now.
At the end of his career, he probably will have the better career.
How could you say this?
Trevor Lawrence.
How could you say how could you say this? Like
so anyway.
What have you saw?
Because you're on it. Because you're making. Because I said 4, but I might just say 5 for Jalen Hurts, and it's only because situation. Who is the number 1 receiver for those Jaguars?
The Eagles have better weapons.
That's my point. Trevor Lawrence.
They're gonna have Calvin Ridley next year also.
Right, but that's next year. We ain't seen it yet, and we seen Trevor
Calvin
Lawrence
Ridley ain't touching AJ Brown.
That's my point. Let me spit because you're making my point. they don't have the same situation.
No. I was just looking at that top corner to see what Darius is going to say because that's Mr. Falcon up there. And as long as he agreed,
Ridley's nice. And let's say I'm not even going to go with the hypothetical.
But
Trevor Lawrence has proven something without a situation that Jalen Hurts has. Similar situation as far as
what doesn't he have?
Sample size. What? The offensive line the Eagles have, the defensive line the Eagles have, the secondary the Eagles have. The only thing he has is the coaching.
But let me ask you this. They tried this season. They're like bottom 3rd in the league with cap space because they went out here and paid all this money to Christian Kirk, brought in Ingram. They try to upgrade the offensive line with Sheriff, and they brought in somebody else for the offensive line. The offensive line was a little bit better. I'm not saying it's the top like how Jalen Hurts got. It's not. We all know that. But they try to go get him weapons. They got Zay Jones. They got what's that other one? They got Marvin Jones still, and they went out here and traded for Calvin Ridley. It's not like they're a lack of talent. I don't see what y'all are seeing in Jalen.
You just named 4, and not only that was a great point right there. First of all, they overachieved. They were the worst team in the league the last 2 years, and then went to the playoffs. Secondly,
that's because of the Titans' incompetence.
You were talking about Zay Jones.
Don't do that. Don't do that. You know that's the truth.
Christian Kirk, Zay Jones, and Marvin Jones compared to just Devontae Smith and AJ Brown and Dallas Goedert. We're going to talk like Dallas Goedert is in the top 6 tight end in the league. Like, come on.
Are those weapons not good?
With the best defense
are those
in the
weapons
league.
Not good?
No, those weapons are great.
No, not the Eagles. Are the Jaguars' weapons not good?
They're good. They're solid. Yeah, they're not
okay.
top. They're not
They're
top.
more
okay.
than solid. They're more
They're
than
not
No,
top.
solid.
as a collective, they're not a top trio. Top.
Mm.
They're like
I'm
a
not. I no. I'm not saying that.
they're
I'm
like
just
a
saying
bottom half trio.
bottom
Like
half.
we're talking like between
Bro.
like 18 and 20.
Bro, what
Between like
are you?
16 and 20.
I'll go about 14 and 17, give or take.
Let me hold on. Let me ask you this: Who got better weapons, Kansas City or Jaguars?
Kansas City.
Jaguars.
Kansas
They only
City,
have Travis
because they have
Kelce.
at least they have a number one, like you
They
said,
have
receiver.
they have an elite level target. You have Juju.
So let me
We're
guess.
talking
So
like Juju
Juju's trash.
Juju's
Let me
He's not
ask you
Christian.
this.
He's not
Let me ask you
Christian.
this. Let me. What y'all gonna say?
I
The
take
Bills.
Christian Kirk over
Y'all gonna
Juju.
say the Bills got a better situation? They literally
Yes,
have
they have a true
one.
number one. A true
They
number
have
one.
one person, literally, and we
Taylor
saw
Gabriel
once you
and Christian
shut
Kirk
that
about the
one
same.
person down. Who?
Taylor
also-
Gabriel and Christian Kirk about the same, are they not?
Who?
Taylor
I know
Gabriel
I
and
ain't
Christian
just
Kirk
heard.
about
I
the
know
same,
I
are
ain't
they
just heard
What's better?
big game, Gabe Davis come out your mouth. Who ain't showed up all last week?
Give
And
him
his
Dougie
poo-poo.
P.
Bro,
Who's the
all
offensive
bro
coordinator
do
of
is
the Bills?
catch go balls. He is not like that. Christian Kirk is was a
I
legit
like it.
number one receiver this year. Stop it. Give that
I know
man
he was
some
on my fantasy
respect.
team. He was on my fantasy team, but let's not. He's Tyler Boyd. I mean, he's about.
And
we were
Tyler
just debating
Boyd is better than Gabe Davis.
Oh, 100%.
I'll give you that, but all of them are about number two
No,
receivers. Christian Kirk ain't a number
no.
one. Not
Gabe Davis is not a
So
true
we
number
saying
two.
are we saying as a collective who has the better units?
No, I'm just saying, like, yeah, I feel
Jaguars.
like the Jaguars have a legit I think it's top 10. Like, I mean, I'll give you this. I don't
Nigga,
if
what?
y'all want to say if y'all don't want to say the Chiefs, okay, but I think it's better than the Bills. I don't think it's better than the Chargers. It's better than the Ravens. It's not better than the Dolphins.
Can we just name a few here that are because you said top 10. So
Yes.
off the top of my head, I can think of the Raiders as a collective,
Vikings.
the Vikings 100% as a collective. We got I say the Chiefs.
If y'all want
that's
to give
4.
that one, that's
49ers.
3. Who else you got?
The
You only said 3.
49ers, Brandon Ayuk,
That's
Kittle,
4.
and Debo. That's 5 right there.
The Cowboys.
Who else you got? Because you only
The
said
Cowboys. The Bucks.
Wait. Let's just make sure we got this here.
because you said Chiefs,
Chiefs,
49ers,
49ers,
Vikings.
the Vikings, the Raiders.
Okay,
That's 4.
Cowboys.
Cowboys do not have a better situation. It's only literally CD. It's literally only CD.
20 Gallup, Zeke.
Gallup is trash. Gallup is trash.
4. So let's stick with the 4. The Bengals, that's 5.
The Bucks.
The Bucks with Godwin and Mike Evans is better than those 3 collective. That's 6.
I give you Dolphins.
Miami. Yep.
I give you
Miami.
Dolphins.
The Eagles.
Yep.
That's
Okay.
8. So who else we got?
That's 8.
The Browns.
No.
The run game is ridiculous.
No, the hell they
bro. Come
don't.
on.
They literally got Amari Cooper.
Amari Cooper.
Now y'all trying to pull something up out here.
Yeah. Come
And
on.
then Donovan
sir.
people's
No.
jump.
Offensive line.
Darius, don't you do that mess because we had something in the group chat and you trash People Jones in that thing. So don't
What I
do
say
that.
about People Jones?
Don't
I did
do
not
that.
say anything about People
Oh
Jones.
my Jesus. Oh my.
So
They're
that's at
top
least
10.
8. That's at least 8 right there.
Exactly. And
Did we say Philly?
Yes. So now
I'm
the
saying
teams
Cowboys.
you got
I can't believe I don't you know
teams you got left is the Bears, Cardinals, Rams, Falcons.
The Cardinals. The Cardinals.
Who?
What do
It's
you
They
only
have
D-Hop.
Marquise Brown
only
and
D-Hop.
D-Hop. Yo, you
And
gonna
you
tell
think
me
they're
more?
better? And you think they're better than the Jaguars?
Yes.
No.
Marvin, Zay Jones, like
Zach
No.
Ertz. Zach Ertz.
What did he do this year? You're saying names.
Zach Ertz didn't do nothing this year.
No.
I know he did something this year because I had
he
him
was
on my
injured.
fantasy team.
He was injured.
He was injured after like week 6, 7.
Okay,
He
and what
played
did he
7
do?
weeks.
He was injured.
And he still put up like 500 receiving yards and at least 3 touchdowns. We're gonna talk about Zach Ertz ain't that guy. Wasn't that guy.
the point is Jalen Hurts has a top 5 situation. Trevor Lawrence does not, and Trevor Lawrence has exceeded
Lawrence's
expectations
situation
against
isn't
the team
bad.
that's going to the finals. I mean,
Hold
sorry,
on.
I'm not saying it's bad.
Are we factoring Calvin Ridley in these debates on
No,
who got
because
the
he has not
best?
played.
Okay, but even still, it's
Because
still a top
there's still
10, still a
stipulations.
top
He
10
still has to make the
situation.
team.
But
It's
he
still a top
accomplished this
10.
before Calvin really was a part of the situation.
But that's
And
what I'm
what
saying. It's
speaking
still
about, what
top
he
10.
accomplished. No, listen,
Weapon a
Calvin really
weapon.
didn't play this year. And I'm
No,
speaking
I
on
agree with
what
that.
they did this year.
I agree with
Oh,
that.
hold on. The Jets?
I ain't too mad about it. Especially with Brees Hall healthy.
Hey,
The Saints?
Let's talk about Calvin.
The Saints?
Saints too old, bro. We not doing that. It's only a lobby out
Saints?
there.
That's the truth.
It's
That's
only
the
a
truth.
lie.
It's tough because Mike
There you
Thomas
go with your
and
Saints
Jarvis.
narrative again. There you go, Jimmy.
The New Orleans. There's something about the New Orleans.
I used to if the Falcons never made it to the playoffs, I used to root for the Saints, man. I was one of those guys. But now I hate him because Reggie Bush ain't on the team no more. Reggie Bush is my guy.
You acting like your cousin talking about I'll wear a Jets jersey. I
Oh,
don't I don't root for none of the teams in my division.
He was
don't root
wilding.
for none of
Only
them.
goats can change out what's
He
on
had a
here.
Patriot hat
Hey,
on with a
I
Jets
don't root for
Dolphins,
nobody in the
jersey.
AFC. I don't root for nobody in AFC besides my team. Bump the rest of them. I don't care about them. Hey, my girl said, I hope Mahomes ain't injured. I said, fuck him and fuck the Chiefs. I don't care. I said after the game, yeah, I hope he all right. But now, nah.
Not midst of competition.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
but I just want to get it on record. I am not with this Trevor Lawrence over Jalen Hurts nonsense. This is craziness to me. I don't even think Trevor Lawrence over Brady, to be honest with you. And you know I'm not that high on Brady.
I'm shocked. Very shocked.
Wow.
What was Trevor Lawrence stats this year? Y'all go ahead.
He threw for 4,700 passes.
That must be included in the playoffs because I know
25.
he did that in the regular season for a fact.
You can't include playoffs. So 4,700 passing yards, and I'm not looking this up. So let me actually get the correct.
I was about to say because that ain't.
So actually 41.
41.
25 and 8.
That's nice.
Jalen Hurts had 28.
He was sacked. Touchdowns. He was sacked 27 times, fumbled 12. Oh, that's some Josh Allen numbers there. Oh.
Yo.
Can we look at the pass attempts as well? Like,
all I'm saying is Burrow fumbled multiple times.
Well, they both had 1,000-yard rusher.
Hey, and then never mind. I ain't even gonna do it to him. I ain't gonna even. Chad Henne basically put this boy out of the playoffs. But hey,
wow, one drive. Wow,
hey, that one drive they scored a touchdown.
It's crazy. Utter blasphemy, fellas. Y'all ready?
Oh yeah. Well, now that we're still on quarterbacks,
mm-hmm.
Does the 49ers have a quarterback problem at this time?
Yes, they do. And the reason why is because this guy right behind me is in speculation. 49ers are interested in him. And he has options here. He does have options, regardless of the kids, regardless of his kids or not.
What's his options? Because I seen the Dolphins don't want him.
The 49ers, the Jets. We don't want the Dolphins either. 49ers, the Jets, the Raiders, and the Bucks. Anywho, from there, we're talking about Purdy and the angle of, now this is a tricky situation. It's about 2 of the 3 quarterbacks are coming off injuries. Trey Lance coming off injury, Purdy coming off an injury, more recent injury, and then Brady's old behind coming in there doing what he needs to do potentially for them. That's the situation for me. And I'm really curious to see what y'all got to say about it. So I'm going to let y'all spit first.
Honestly, I didn't even think about Brady at all. But you know what? Now that you bring it up, I wouldn't be surprised if they did that. But they got 2. I don't think they have a quarterback problem. I think it's all about competition now. I mean, I drafted Trey Lance. I drafted you first round. I traded multiple draft picks for you. You do have some upside. But right now, Brock, what I see is Brock Purdy, if they don't get another quarterback, if they don't bring in Tom Brady, because that's the only other quarterback they'll probably bring in. They're not bringing in any of these other guys. But if they don't get Tom, Brock Purdy's going to come in as a starter if he's healthy at that time, because right now he's out for at least 6 months. And then you got to get in shape. You got to get your throwing motion back. So it's a lot that goes into this. So how I see it is Brock Purdy comes in as a starter. Because right now he has more of a scale, right? We have more film on you. He didn't do anything wrong for them not to say, hey, this isn't your team at this point. Only thing is that they spent a lot of draft capital for Trey Lance. Right now he's played in bigger games. He's led this team to bigger moments. I mean, 5-0 record in the regular season, 1-1 in the playoffs. What, 2-1? No, 1-1. 2-1 in the play. 2-1. Yes, 2-1 in the playoffs. I mean, Brock Purdy showed a lot of poise. He did what he was supposed to do. He came in on a championship caliber team and didn't throw games away. It wasn't like, Josh Johnson coming in the game and, fumbling the snap. The moment's a little bit too big for those type of quarterbacks, right? But it wasn't too big for him. He stayed poised. Trey Lance, he is mobile. He has a big arm. He's young. He still can be developed. So I see it as QB competition. Purdy comes in as a starter. You see who wins the job. Who's going to win it? Who wants it more? Who's going to know the system? Who can run it better? But I think versatility-wise, you probably could do more. You can do more with Trey Lance. Is just if he can live up to the hype.
I was scrolling down the 49ers community. They're talking about QBs right now. The top people that they're talking about right now is Brady, Aaron Rodgers, Brock, Trey Lance, and they even threw Lamar out there. I'd say this.
That'd be crazy if they got Lamar.
I would be happy.
Of course.
I'd be upset. But now that I'm thinking about it, you know what? I was in the Deshaun Watson race. Heavy. I was in there heavy. And I'm glad we didn't do that.
Why?
But
went to pay them.
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah, it's too much money.
Why? Because y'all wasn't offering a fully guaranteed deal at the beginning before he cut.
That's what happened. So what happened?
No, that's what I'm saying. Before he kicked the Browns out, none of y'all was talking about guaranteed, the fully guaranteed. So that's what I'm saying. Like,
only thing is, he was going to bring in players with him. We was going to get Jarvis. We was going to get Lenny, and we all see how that turned out with their other teams, right?
Hey man, y'all would have. I don't know what y'all would have been to be. Y'all probably would have been. I don't know, because he did get suspended. No, y'all probably could have won the NFC South because there was literally nothing but trash going around that whole division, at quarterback, at coaches, the whole rosters.
But yeah, I think I'm out of the Lamar race, man. I'm out of the Lamar race.
Why? You said you was gonna drive your Honda and go get him.
You're right. Right now, I need an oil change and some gas. So I can't go out there right now, Lamar.
I'll give you the money for it. Just come get him.
Nah, bro. We're gonna stick to the plan, build the roster, and we'll get
Ridley ain't gonna be as good as Lamar.
Ridley.
Whatever his name is, he ain't gonna be no Lamar.
We don't need him to be Lamar.
Hey,
we need
Jimmie,
him to be Desmond Ridder.
That's how you know he ain't did nothing in the league when you don't know somebody name by first name or anything. Like
he's a nobody.
He's a nobody right now.
For that.
Yeah, I mean, I ain't saying he can't do nothing, but as for right now, he ain't. I might still switch his name up, call him Ridley sometime, Ritter, or, whatever. But yeah, it's interchangeable. Hey,
until further notice.
I was about to say some disrespectful stuff, but I ain't gonna do it. As far as the 49ers, if I'm them, I'm probably going for the I would say go for Brady or Rodgers. But at the same time, how many more years you got?
God,
no.
For Brady, just not
no.
Well,
you didn't let me finish.
Brady might take a hometown discount.
No, but I was gonna say how do you really want a washed up 1 year quarterback in Brady, or do you want a iffy quarterback in Rodgers? If I know it's a long shot, if they could, I don't know how possible this is. Trade Trey Lance to the Ravens. Try to see if you can get Lamar. I don't know what their cap situation looking like with the 49ers because they do have a lot of good players, but that's the only legit one. I mean, if you do got to bring back Brock Purdy, bring him back, but I don't think Trey Lance is your answer either. Off of with that first game I saw, he wasn't looking like he was on nothing. I also did see somebody in the 49ers community say we doing all this and we might end up back up with Jimmy G. So hey, it's it's a wide
Yeah,
range.
I think Jimmy G is out of there, man. I think
I
it's
do.
over for him.
I
Man.
do. I think he's going to the Jets or the Cardinals. Not Cardinals, Commanders. But
Um,
which
I don't see that Commanders thing.
well, how
I
many
still see
how many of them could win if they went to the 49ers out of those list of quarterbacks?
How many of them could win?
Yeah.
Could
Like a
win the Super Bowl?
Yeah.
I think in that system, Lamar Jackson can. Um, Definitely, I think Tom Brady would, because
That's another year.
yeah,
All that
but
avocado
they
toast ain't
have
gonna keep
everything.
helping him.
But they have everything. They have CMC. So he doesn't have to rely on a run game. Not having a run game. They have Debo Samuel. They have George Kittle, Brandon Ayuk. They have a top tier defense. They have everything. They have the
Yeah.
whole line.
Darius. Darius, you know who that sound like? It sounded like Russ this year. People said, "Oh, they only
What?
missing a quarterback. They got
Yo,
receivers. They got a good
that's crazy.
defense."
I don't know
That's
who
crazy.
you listening to. I already
No,
said from
no,
the
no, no,
beginning.
no,
From the
no, no, no.
beginning. From episode 2, Jimmy. Right? Episode 2, I said the Broncos was going to be the worst team in this division.
So you say year 2 is when they're gonna turn up.
I said
So
year
this
2,
year they gonna
they'll be
turn up.
better. They're going to be
This
better.
year they gonna turn up.
I said 7 wins. I said 7 wins, and then
That's turning up.
that's
Are they
better than
gonna?
this year.
Are they
That's
gonna
better
be?
than what they were this year.
Are they gonna be the worst team in the division?
The Raiders might be.
Say the Raiders get Tom Brady.
They still might be. Nah, I'm just joking.
Oh,
Not with
shit.
Tom. Not with Tom. They'll probably still be third.
Jimmy, I ain't heard none of that Brady defense yet. You just
I'm just getting warmed up, yo. It's coming. It's coming. Yo, this is so disrespectful because I thought you was gonna go with the Fox like you usually do, say with your chest. But after that weekend, you just haven't been saying with your chest this episode as much. But
yeah, I
I know
stand
what
on
you
that
really want
Chiefs
to.
stuff.
I know you did it with the Chiefs, but I know what you want to really say about Fox and Brady. But let's understand this is a rookie contract for both of these guys. So the 49ers are in a beautiful situation. Do they have a problem? Because you're right, it's not necessarily a problem, but at the same time, when you have multiple quarterbacks and you're not set in stone on who you hang your hat on going forward, it could be an issue. So when you talk about hanging your hat on something, why not hang your hat on something that's been proven for more than 2 decades? I say go to Brady. I say allow Purdy and Lance to learn up under someone you would want to learn up under. And Brady, what we complain about an old quarterback not having, including Russ and these washed quarterbacks, quote unquote, you need a situation that helps these washed quarterbacks extend their prime or extend their peak or extend their playmaking abilities. Aaron Rodgers, we see his situation not be what it needs to be, but we do see his abilities still up there. I want to see his clutch factor rise, and that's why I don't say I want to see him go to the 49ers. I don't believe they could do that. You spoke on Purdy. You said he didn't do anything for them to lose. That sounds all too familiar to me. Jimmy Garoppolo wasn't doing anything for them to lose, but he also wasn't making that throw when they needed to win. Emmanuel Sanders in the Super Bowl. So I just need them to, and Brock Purdy to me is on that tier with Jimmy Garoppolo as far as just the guy. Trey Lance to me has the ability of someone who's more than just a guy. He can boost this offense up or pump it up and give it a little bit of a different dimension. You're talking about RPOs and you're talking about quarterback options. You're talking about a big body, someone similar to Jalen Hurts. I can see Shanahan's mind make that ability of that offense go to different heights we've never seen before.
Yeah, I'm. You know what? Now that I'm really thinking about it, out of all of these quarterbacks, I honestly would probably bring Brady in. I have all the pieces to win a Super Bowl, and honestly,
for 1
This
year.
team, yeah, I mean, with their short routes, crossing routes, Brady will fit perfectly on this team because he'll be protected. He's durable at his age. He's still durable. They have a top tier running back. I mean, I don't know what they're gonna do with Elijah Mitchell. I mean, I'm sure he's still on his rookie deal, but he can't stay healthy this year. But hopefully, CMC can stay healthy next year because we know how he can get. I mean, I honestly, all of these guys are pretty injury prone, but when they're playing, this offense, I mean, all of these guys are top tier.
True. This is true. Even
Only durable one on the offense is Brandon Ayuk. But other than that, Debo's typically hurt. George Kittle's always missing time. CMC has been missing time. Elijah Mitchell, Trent Williams.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing I say about that is this 49ers team is talented, but then you bring in a guy like Brady. I think we fail to realize that you bring in somebody, pieces are going to be gone and pieces are going to leave. So you got Jimmie Ward, that's a free agent. Mosley, there's some other guys up on here that's good. It's a couple different guys that's going to be free. Jennings is a free agent. It's like there's people on here that you're going to miss out on because you bring in Brady. He's going to take up some of that cap. And I don't know if this team is going to be as complete. It sounds like they're going to lose their defensive coordinator. Granted, it do seem like that defensive coordinator position is plug and play over there in San Francisco. Yeah. But at the same time, I'm like you said, injuries. We don't know what it be. Well, how long Brady been in the league? 20, 21, 20?
I mean,
what?
22, 23.
We don't know what that's going to be like for another year. And I'm just saying, I'm just stating what people are failing to mention because y'all just want to give him the benefit of the doubt. Hey, do what y'all do. I'm just going the opposite way. I need to see it before I say that he's going to be year 24, whatever year to be 23, whatever. Is he going to still be an elite quarterback?
That's easy to say as he's setting a new precedent. He's setting a new standard. So it's easy to ask that question every year. But he has had a worse situation with the Bucs and gotten it done. Why can't he, with a better situation and a better mind behind him, get it done?
Jimmie, do you give LeBron this type of benefit of the doubt? No.
Hell no, because he always needs help. Help.
LeBron
is not Brady.
That's why I compared them as the same.
Did Brady on the same level? How Brady won them championships his first 3 years?
Wait,
was it because of him?
No, he's leaning on a good defense and a
so he had people to help him.
Yes,
but you just said
everyone
LeBron
has too much help. All the help in the world, the most help of all time. I could keep going.
Hey, according to you said he got the best coach of all time. That's what you said. So that seemed like a lot of help. Had Gronk, had Randy Moss, had Branch.
Bill are the best of all time because the best players of all time played with those coaches. The players make the coach more than the coach makes a player. And we're seeing that. It's proof in the pudding with Tom Brady, obviously. LeBron, please don't disrespect Brady by bringing LeBron's name in the same breath as his. It's different. He's past Jordan. LeBron's chasing him still.
Who's past Jordan?
Brady is past Jordan. Are you serious? Are you serious? Come on, yo, this is crazy, yo. Like, come on.
You're right, Jimmie. That's the first thing you said today that I agree with. This is craziness. This is craziness. Bro said he passed Jordan. Oh my God.
What?
Oh my God.
Is that even a question?
It's not. You're right. It's not a question. It's not even up for debate. That's some blasphemy. Hold on, Jimmie. Hold on. Because when it's just me and Darius like to say, I just sat there and watched. Darius, what you think? Because I'm gonna say you roll with Jimmie on this. So what you think over there?
About what?
Is Brady eclipse Jordan? Because this is craziness.
Yeah, I would say that. But the brand.
Come on, yo.
Only thing Jordan has over Brady is the brand.
Winning.
Like Jordan brand.
Winning. How about that? When he got to the Super Bowl, when he got to championship, he does not lose.
But
we saw. Hold on. Hold on. We
And we
seen
can't
Brady.
say-
We
we
seen
can't
Brady
blame-
lose to a mediocre quarterback after mediocre quarterback.
Come on now, that
Time and
Giants
time
defense was dominated. That
What
D
about
line
Philly?
was top
What
tier.
about Philly?
The
Hold on,
team
hold on,
overall
hold
team
on.
was nice.
Hold
He
on,
threw
hold
for
on,
500 yards.
Hold on. I got something for all of this here. Hey, because this
We talking
Brady
about
should have
the
a
Philly
losing record.
special. He
Brady
lost
should have a
from
losing
the
record
Philly
in the
special.
Super Bowl. Brady should have a losing record in the Super
Should?
Bowl. Yes, the Seahawks messed themselves up. Can we agree on that one?
No.
Them bum ass Falcons messed themselves up.
Whoa.
Can we agree with that?
Out.
No.
Time out.
The Falcons.
Time out.
Oh
Time.
my God.
Time. We're gonna stop it right there. We are not gonna accept no disrespect to the Atlanta organization. We are fully support of the Atlanta organization.
Hey,
So yes, we
I'm
lost
just
that
stating
game,
facts.
but we are nice
I'm
people.
just
We're
stating
not bums.
facts.
I
I'm just
cannot
stating
wait.
facts. Hey, all right, Jimmy. I don't know if you remember this, but I remember when he called my Bengals them bum ass Bengals, and we went to the AFC Championship
Oh,
game.
no. We're not going to change the subject here.
Hold on. No, we ain't changing. We going right back. But
Okay.
if we bums, what the hell that make the Falcons then? Because they can't even make it to a playoff game. They can't even get 5 wins. Or
I
did they
plead the
get
fifth
5
on
wins?
the Falcons. I don't want to be too
We had
disrespectful.
7 wins.
This is the season
Trash.
of champions. This is the season of champions. I'm not going to speak on it.
So my thing was I can come up with something for most of Brady's Super Bowls. It has some cheating, either something
An
went
excuse
on.
Honestly, if Brady has broken so many records, who knows if anyone's even going to break these records? But the way this NFL is going, I mean, Mahomes might.
It is harder to win a Super Bowl. It is harder to win a Super Bowl.
I'm not saying
That's all I'm saying.
But at the same time, you also had to factor in a lot of the help that Brady got along the way to win these.
But everyone needs help.
Jordan did too.
No,
Jordan
I'm saying as far that one series. I'm saying as far as I gave you multiple examples of what happened in different games. And all I heard was when I brought up this Falcons situation, if the Falcons were a more competent team, they wouldn't have lost that game. They was up 28-3. There's no reason Brady and them should have came back and won.
But you're looking at it like this. I need you to look at it like this, because it's not just about the Falcons. It's about Brady and the guy that was going against the Falcons. Not everyone in that situation could bring a team back from 28-3 down.
Jimmy, let me ask you this. Jimmy, let me ask you this right quick. If the bum ass Falcons would have just even if they just ran the ball every time and just chewed out clock, do you think the Patriots were gonna come back? No.
Why didn't we?
Hey, that's not my for me to decide. All I'm saying is y'all game plan was to be out there throwing the ball. That's what y'all chose to do. So now I'm saying the bum ass Falcons had a chance. They was up 28-3. All you gotta do is just game manage, and they decided to go out there and do all types of nonsense throwing the ball, and that's why I say he got help there. Seattle, they want to make washed up Russ the MVP. What are we doing there? All you had to do is just hand it off to Marshawn Lynch. I mean, like, come on,
keep talking about the other quarterback as if Brady affects the other quarterback directly.
No,
Jordan is a two-way player in the game of basketball. Brady's the only quarterback. He's gonna need more help, obviously.
No, my thing was he got help off of these teams making bad decisions, because if it wasn't for those bad decisions, would he won? So he'd only have 4. No, he got 7. So he'd only have 5 rings, and that'd be 5 and 4 in the Super Bowl. Or 5 and 5.
Put Gary Payton on Jordan.
How many times he been in the Super Bowl? 10 times, ain't it?
Yes.
So he'd be 5 and 5. That's 500. If them teams actually did. If the teams actually did what they did, if they were supposed to do.
But the 2 years that he didn't play, I could say that the Houston Rockets would have won one of them, so he wouldn't have been undefeated. There's a lot of woulda, coulda, shouldas in this. Let's talk about what actually happened. Gary Payton was not on Michael Jordan.
You can talk about what actually happened.
This is what I'm doing.
So you can't say the Rockets was going to win. You can't say the Rockets is going to win because we don't know that. We can only go for what we saw.
You just talked about what should have happened as far as Brady losing.
No, I went off of what actually happened. What actually happened was the Falcons blew a 28-3 lead, and then the Seahawks also made a boneheaded decision at the goal line instead of running the ball. All my point is, he needed help for if those games, especially Seahawks one, if they didn't
Obviously,
sit there
he's a
and do
quarterback.
something so stupid like that, he would have had another loss.
And
Both
if
of
he
them
didn't
should be
have Scottie
losses. Can we
Pippen,
agree? Can we agree with that? Should both of
yes,
them be losses?
no. First off, no. I don't believe in shoulda, woulda, couldas because y'all should have beat the Chiefs, but y'all didn't. Now, anywho, as far as Michael Jordan, Scottie Pippen was there to help him guard Magic Johnson.
I agree.
Let's talk about that. Let's talk about Gary Payton guarding Jordan, not for the whole series, but affecting Jordan when he was guarding Jordan. So we could say what they wouldn't have won in 7. What? Like, come on, we could woulda, coulda, shoulda all day. He's the GOAT of basketball. He's the GOAT of all sports. Is it
Like
No,
Steve
no,
Kerr didn't
no.
make a game
Jor-
winning shot. Come on, man.
Jordan
Come on.
is the GOAT of goats. That's what it is.
You're crazy.
Jordan is the GOAT.
Not of
He is the
goats.
GOAT.
He's the GOAT of goats.
But Brady is a GOAT too.
I'm not saying he isn't.
Of all.
He's the great of he's the GOAT of football, but I think Jordan is above him right now. To be
And the
honest
only
with you.
reason why is because of the brand.
It's
That's
not
the
because of the
only-
brand. I
that's the only reason why.
I also factor in winning. Like when you got to that stage, the Super Bowl, what did you do? Or the championship game, what did you do?
Brady showed
Yes,
up.
you-
He had 7 rings.
No, I
And the
one will
Super
ever-
Bowl's harder to
yo,
win.
yo,
No
yo.
series.
No,
No one's
my
gonna
thing-
pass
My
him the
thing
rings.
is that might be true, but my thing is the first 3. I can make an argument that it wasn't because of Brady; it's more because of that defense.
Bro,
Can we
you're
agree
in
with that?
hypothetical world, bro.
It's not hypothetical. That's
Yes.
the truth.
You
Look
can
at
make
Brady's
an
stats
you can
in the
make an
first
argument
3.
for Jordan
Look,
too.
look
I
at
just
his.
did.
No, I said look at his stats in the first 3 games. Brady wasn't the reason or the driving force of them winning those games.
And
Now
the
the
Eagles,
rest
when
of-
we
now the
lost
rest
to
of them-
him, when we lost
Huh?
to the Eagles, he put a 505 in a loss. Malcolm Butler should have played. Bill Belichick, he didn't help him.
But
Malcolm
Jimmy,
Butler should have played. That's a championship right
I'm not
there.
taking that. We don't know.
But you're
that
taking
one
away a
right there.
championship. I'm adding a championship. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
The Eagles, we
Malcolm
should have
But-
won that. 505. Come on.
Hold on, Malcolm Butler affected
Yeah.
affected.
Yes,
the
he was
champ-
the number one
no,
top-
your
no,
top
no, no,
corner,
no, no,
not
no, no,
playing.
no. What I'm saying is he determined whether or not y'all was gonna win that game.
Yes.
He's a
He was the
factor.
number one corner.
He played.
I like
he started.
Darius. I like Darius answer. He's a
He
factor.
started-
He's a factor. It's not no guarantee that he was gonna.
He started
that they
all
was gonna
6,
win.
all 16 games that year.
I agree. No,
dude
I'm not
that-
saying no.
The dude
But the
who
thing
scored
about
was the dude he would have been
He
guarding.
played the most snaps on defense that year.
Eric Rowe.
yeah, but the thing
Eric
about it is,
Rowe.
I'm not sitting there saying that he didn't play a factor in it. But I'm not sitting here gonna say if they had him, it was a guarantee that they was gonna win.
I can tell you that
So
Alshon Jefferson wouldn't have had the game he had with Malcolm
2
Butler
touchdowns.
out there.
We don't know.
We don't.
Exactly. So with the Tom Brady, he should have only been 5. We don't know because what
No,
we do
we know.
is this man is
We
sitting on
know.
7.
We know
He's sitting
because
on
of what we
7.
saw. What we
No.
saw, the Falcons was up 28-3. Darius, did y'all
We
blow
lost.
that game or did Tom Brady win that game?
The Falcons. I would say it's a combination of both. We definitely blew that game.
How's a combination of both? And then you say we definitely blew that game. Man.
Both can be true.
Kyle Shanahan.
No, it's a straight up. The Falcons blew that game. That's just like hold on, the Chargers. The Chargers blew that 27-3 or whatever lead. Who is that on? It's the Chargers because the offense was not doing nothing in the second half. I'm not sitting here giving praise to Trevor Lawrence for coming back because the Chargers had the advantage to win this game. They was up by multiple points. That's just like the Patriots. I'm not giving them praise for getting down
Trevor didn't have a
28-3.
magnificent performance. Brady did, and that's magnificent.
Yo, y'all was just praising him, saying he a top 4 quarterback because he came back.
But we're talking about you narrowed it down to that game. What we're speaking on in that game, he was not all time great in the second half.
No, I only brought that up because of they was down by similar amounts. So
Right.
that's why I brought that game up. So what I'm saying
we don't
is
praise Trevor because he didn't have a great performance as Brady in that Super Bowl.
no, they tried praising him. This man right here came on here trying to praise him also.
Praise who?
I'm just Trevor Lawrence.
But not
Yeah.
like that though.
I'm
Not
just
like he was-
saying
Like, come on, like a God's gift. Like, I don't know. Not
And
yet.
And on that note, matter of fact, we might be able to get to our top 10 next week for the season.
top 10 what?
Top 10 everything. Top 10 everything.
I love
Season's
it.
over.
A top 10 segment commercial.
You right. Season is over. None of these other games matter.
We're gonna get into the last topic here. Up and coming rivals, NFL rivalries. I'll start this off. So I like what I do like. I like this Jags and Chargers rivalry that's gonna uh, be up and coming here. Last two times Trevor Lawrence and Justin Herbert played each other. Guess what? Trevor Lawrence overcame both those games. I outplayed him. Playoff game, all right. He threw 4 interceptions in the first half. So what?
That's nothing, huh? That's nothing.
It's nothing. It's
You
nothing.
see Jimmy. You see Jimmy. You know, just 4 interceptions. Just 4.
He came back.
Yeah,
He came
everybody's
back
doing that.
He came back and they won that game, and he threw 4 touchdowns. So don't disrespect that man. But now would Herbert's gonna? These are the two youngest of the group of that AFC top tier quarterbacks. So the Mahomes, the Burrow, the Josh Allen. These two are the youngest, and they've already had 2 head-to-head matches. One mattered more than the other this year, and now Justin Herbert, when that time comes back around, God forbid they play each other next year. That's the only in the playoffs. That's what's going to be held over his head. Oh, the last 2 meetings that they had, Trevor Lawrence overcame and won this game. So
It blew him out. Yeah.
yeah, they one blowout and 127-7 comeback. I mean, the Jags get Calvin Ridley now. That's going to be that team is going to be so much better. And can Herbert really overcome this team now?
They got Kellen Moore today.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
I'm just saying, they got Kellen Moore today.
I see this is going in the wrong direction for this Chargers organization.
Well, my only pushback on that one is they would both have to keep making the playoffs, and basically you would have to see them meeting each other in the playoffs consistently, or playing in games that matter. You see that happening?
I would say the Jags more than the Chargers. Because what I will say, after you done disrespected my Falcons multiple times, and I will continuously say we are respective Falcons. We fully support the organization here. But yeah, you see what we did. We got rid of that old era, that old regime. There's no more of those players on our team. We are turning around this roster. Unlike the Chargers, they're kind of moving backwards. They bring in a guy from the Cowboys.
Is it moving backwards? They made
it is.
They made playoffs.
It is. I mean, they still lose games that the old Chargers used to do with Phillip Rivers and LaDainian Tomlinson and Antonio Gates.
What you got?
That's what they used to do, and they're still doing it. We don't do that.
Y'all can't make the playoffs in order to do that.
We here. Give us 2 years.
2 years?
2 years.
2 years.
Don't try to talk yourself into that, Jimmy. Don't try to talk yourself into that.
We won 7 games back-to-back years. So,
hey, you want to make a bet?
I'm a better man.
What you want to put on that? Carolina has a better record than y'all next year.
Next year?
Yes. That's 2 sorry teams now. That's 2 sorry teams.
Carolina.
I'll take Carolina. I ain't gonna lie. They defense. I believe in their defense more.
I'll take that bet.
What you want to put on? 50, 100? What you want to do?
Put a 50 piece on it.
Okay. Say less.
Put it on my whiteboard. Put it on my whiteboard over here.
Oh, yeah.
Don owes me 50.
Matter of fact, speaking of whiteboard.
You got the paper trail. Yo.
Here we go. I remember episode 13. I forgot to even say this. Episode 13, Darius and Jimmie said the Bengals have not done anything and they need to pump the brakes. The Bills will go further. Well, that one didn't age well. Another one.
Our receipts.
Yes, I forgot this is on the floor. Falcons will make the playoffs over the Bucks. I wonder who said that.
Ew. Such a disgusting take.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, real wild.
What
Don't
about
put
the
me on that,
Panthers?
Jimmy. Don't
What
put
about the Panthers, though?
I said the Panthers. I said
I
definitely said the Panthers.
I said
they
the
would win that
Panthers.
division.
I said the Panthers. I definitely ain't said nothing about the Falcons.
They gave Brady that game, so.
But who you got, Jimmy?
Shoulda. And for me, it is that man Deshaun Watson. He is coming for that top 5 spot. Jalen Hurts, watch out. The Browns, the Bengals, the rivalry going forward, it's gonna make it harder for your man Joe Burrow to do his thing. You talking about a running game over there? You talking about Myles Garrett to get at him? You talking about Denzel Ward at top corner? Come on, the Browns have had your number with Baker, your guy, cuz your guy. I'm not claiming that. Now
That's my boy. That's my boy.
Deshaun is a hell of a lot better than this guy Baker Mayfield.
Is
So
he?
I believe, yes. Come on, this
Hey,
is
Baker.
respectful.
I couldn't tell.
You
Hey,
give him
hey,
opportunity.
Hey Baker, man, hook us up with a progressive deal, man. You
Yo.
see, I'm rooting for you, man.
Which one of them in Atlanta?
Whoa.
Oh yeah,
I said I hope-
you said that's your guy.
I hope
You
he
said
has
that's
a
your
great
guy.
career. Baker, I wish you many good years, brother.
Why you don't want him? You said he is better than Daniel Jones.
No.
That take really
we
didn't
move it.
age well.
He is better than Daniel Jones when given the opportunity. We will see. Because when the Giants have to pay Daniel Jones, we're gonna see if he lives up to the contract.
They're not gonna pay him. They shouldn't pay him out.
Well, whoever pays him, because someone will pay him.
Yeah.
He's better than Daniel Jones after what you seen Daniel Jones do in the playoffs, bro.
Yep. You saw the Eagles. You saw what happened when he played the Eagles, right?
Yeah, talent.
The top defense. Yeah.
Talent.
Crushed him.
I saw what also Baker did against a sorry Raiders team. You know.
Anywho, Deshaun Watson.
So I can't agree with that because I don't know, man. I don't know.
And the Bengals?
I feel like this Deshaun Watson thing.
You ain't been here recently. He's came on this side of the table on the Deshaun Watson.
I don't know, man.
Division rivalry bullshit. Get it to you?
No, it's not even a division
I ain't got nothing to do with
rivalry. I
this.
just don't know. It can go either way if he can come back to the old Deshaun Watson, or I don't know.
He saw he wasn't on nothing this year when he came back. That's what happened. You know,
what was it, about 4 or 5 games?
6, 7 games, and he wasn't on nothing, none of them.
But the situation, you don't think he'll be able to lean on it? Like they were not going to lean on him.
We're talking about the Browns organization here. We're talking about they're being in the same division as the Pittsburgh Steelers.
I mean,
right?
we've seen the Bengals turn around. We could
talk about the Baltimore Ravens draft very well.
Jimmie, I got a bet for you also. I'm just a bet man today. You like the Browns. I'm not going to put my Bengals up there because we both know the Bengals will have a better record than them.
Yeah, I agree. They should.
So how about Browns versus Steelers?
Yeah, I'll take the Browns. I'll take the Browns as a better record.
What you want on that?
Wow. You do a nice little snapback.
Oh, say less.
Add to the collection.
Say less. Darius, what you think about that bet there?
I'm not taking that bet.
Y'all believe in Tomlin so damn much.
I
don't believe in Kenny though.
I do.
It's the quarterback position.
Kenny.
We talk about coaching all the time.
We do talk about coaching, but the run game, top end talent.
Do the Steelers not have a run game?
Not as much as the Browns. Top it.
No, I'm not saying they don't, but I'm just saying, do they not have a run game?
It's solid.
It's like middle of the road because it's very inconsistent.
They got Najee and they got the rookie Ward.
It's more so the line than anything else.
They picked it up.
Kenny Pickett had a better season than Deshaun Watson. The Steelers have better weapons. The defense.
Kenny Pickett's gonna have a better record season than Deshaun Watson.
Is it not possible?
I don't think so. You?
Hey, I'm not too big on either one of these teams, but honestly, I've been saying this for a while. What I've seen from the Steelers, it impressed me. I mean, what he did versus the Ravens, a top 2 defense in the league, coming back and leading a game-winning drive. Yes, I believe that with Pickett and Pickens, Pickens gonna be a dog out there, bro. And then
we can't forget about Deontay Johnson.
We can forget about him. I was gonna bring a fire move. We can forget about
that. Fire move is a solid tight end as well. But Deontay Johnson, he'll play better next year.
And so, who you talking about on the Browns besides what you gonna say? Amari Cooper, Njoku, and Chubb?
Yes, and that line is top 5 consistently, and then that D line, it can potentially.
What about that D line?
What, Myles Garrett by himself?
That's it. That's
is an issue.
TJ Watt, Cam Hayward. What you mean?
Right, Denzel Ward, a better number 1 corner.
I couldn't tell this year. He was getting ate alive out there.
Dude,
Denzel?
Miles Garrett
stats
was my defensive player of the year. I mean, if
Like the Browns have a better situation, a better quarterback right now. I believe in them,
than the
and their
Steelers.
expectations are higher. Yes, better quarterback. Yes,
What?
better,
How do you figure they got a better
they have
situation?
the best
right?
running back in the league with a number one receiver, the defensive player of the year candidate, Miles Garrett, and the Deshaun Watson, who used to be top 10 quarterback. Like, what's wrong with that?
Darius.
Nick Chubb is the best running back in the league.
In my eyes, yeah.
Hey, I couldn't say
Christian?
nothing because I do believe he
He's
might be
very
the best.
smooth.
He might be the
He's a
best
smooth
running
runner.
back right
He's
now.
He's the smoothest runner in the league.
He's the best.
Like with like his power, his acceleration. I don't know.
Who do you have over him?
King Henry.
King Henry is
Stop it.
is a
Stop it.
dog.
He's hit and miss. He's hit and miss.
King Henry is a dog.
We see that you can stop him.
Definitely. And that speed is just a different level with Nick.
My rivalry, it's a 3-team one because honestly, I just don't see any other teams getting out the AFC with the Chiefs, Bengals, and Bills at the top, to be honest with you. I believe just like last year, we saw Allen and Mahomes have to go against each other, and then the winner Mahomes faced Burrow. And then this year you seen Burrow and Allen go at it, and then the winner had to face Mahomes. Honestly, I could make a case that whoever get that number one seed might have the best chance of getting out the AFC every time. So they don't got to deal with deal with two of them. Only got to deal with one of them. You could say maybe Justin Herbert or Trevor Lawrence elevates their game to that level. It's possible, but as far as the way these teams are constructed and these offenses, it's going like I can't say the Chargers because the Chargers gonna charger it, and then I'm just not that high on the Jags as y'all are. So I think it's a 3-team race, to be honest with you, and it's gonna be interesting to see what happens over the next couple of years because I got my Bengals next year. We got the best quarterback in the league.
Right.
You switch up within the last hour and 50.
What I said?
Honestly,
You said Mahomes is number one.
he
No, I
always
No, I
throws
didn't.
some
No, I didn't.
bullshit in there.
No, I didn't.
You said Mahomes is number one, but I would take Burrow.
Yes, my opinion, Burrow is the best. But
All right, so
y'all
you starting a
y'all
team
said
today. You take
Burrow.
Mahomes.
Burrow. It's
Yeah,
not craziness. If you
I
go ask,
I knew you was a homer from the first day.
no, it's not. It's not a homer.
It's okay.
It's not a homer.
It's okay.
Because if you ask me after that, I would take
I was
Mahomes.
blinded. I was blinded by Julio all these years saying he was better than AB. And I deep down knew inside that AB was a better receiver. But I had to defend Julio.
But the difference is us Bengals fans believe what we be talking about over here with Burrow. Until I see another man take a 2-win team to the AFC Championship in his first full healthy season, and then back to the AFC championship game the next year, I'm not here to discredit that man.
Jamar. But anywho,
what does that mean?
It means
Jamar missed
Antonio Brown.
He missed a whole month this year.
But you talking about when, especially,
and
when,
we was on a 10-game win streak.
You said off the 2-win season or off the injuries, Joe Burrow was doing his thing. What helped Joe Burrow do his thing was Jamar Chase. Jamar Chase, we just talked about Antonio Brown and Julio. That's the caliber receiver he is right now.
I agree with that.
Along with more than what Antonio Brown and Julio had to work with in order to help him get open, and with a better quarterback. To mention,
hold on.
I can't even right
AB had more weapons than the Bengals.
Yes,
that's a lie.
No. What I'm saying is Chase had more weapons than AB.
I'm still saying that's a lie. I think it's even, to be honest with you. He had Heath back then. Was Heath not a good tight end?
A solid.
He's better than
Hurst.
Hayden Hurst.
Okay.
He had which one you want to say? He had Le'Veon Bell. Le'Veon was better than Mixon at his height.
Yes,
Le'Veon was he might have been top like 3 running back at that.
Exactly. Time. Okay.
Mixon's top 10. Mm-hmm.
He had what's that wide receiver name?
Martavius Bryant.
And both he had Bryant, Sanders.
Martavius Bryant was nice.
He had
And
that
Emmanuel.
and Sanders.
T. Higgins?
Emmanuel Sanders. But I think Emmanuel. I think AB was like young when he had Emmanuel Sanders on that team.
But he did have Bryant though. And
Oh, he had
Bryant,
Martavis Bryant, but
yeah.
when Bryant
Hold on,
played,
and he had Juju, who everybody was confusing for a number one receiver when he was playing next to AB, putting up like 15 or 1600 yards.
So Juju's T, right? This team ain't won Big Ben won more with less weapons. Joe Burrow has all these weapons.
Bro,
I'm gonna praise Ben for the less
when
weapons than Joe for the more. But we speaking on Antonio Brown and Jamar. Jamar's
Bro,
situation helps Jamar
he
get
didn't
open.
win. He didn't win with AB in them.
That's what I'm saying.
He won with
Big Ben
with
won with
Hines
less.
Ward. He won
That's
with
my
Hines
point.
Ward's in them. You
That's my
can't say
point.
that because you don't know who all was on that team. He had
do.
Jerome Bettis. He had
With Jerome
Jerome
Bettis.
Bettis.
Yeah, and they
Willie
be
had-
like,
Parker.
Yeah, Anthony Parker. He had.
we're talking about explosive offense here. Like, we're talking
Bro,
about
it doesn't matter
remember we're talking about
Antoine
receivers.
Renderell.
We're talking
Bro,
about
but
receivers.
the game,
like
the
the
game
system,
was so different back then.
that's my point.
They had a dominant defense. Like we have not seen a defense like that in years.
But you're missing my
since then.
point. I bring them up for a reason. It's because they had other things other than Antonio Brown to worry about. When your focal point is Jamar Chase, he's going to get more opportunities to eat. Antonio Brown's opportunities was watered down. Jamar Chase opportunities are not. Especially it's my chemistry within that too. Like,
Bro,
it's a different level of what
bro,
Joe and Jamar have.
You could say that. You could say that, but also you have to factor in Jamar Chase is getting double team, triple team, coverage shaded to him every single game. Back then, when Ben Roethlisberger won that championship, it was mostly because of the defense. Ryan Clark has went on record and said, "We told Ben and them all you have to do is score at least 14 points, and we'll do the rest. If all you gotta do is put up 14 points."
I'm talking about Antonio Brown.
Hey.
Like, I was comparing.
We're
Ben
talking about two
and
different
Burrow.
teams. We're talking about two different teams.
Jamar. I brought up Jamar. When I cut you off, I brought up Jamar because Jamar is a part of the big reason why Joe Burrow is able to do what he's doing. You just said Joe Burrow came in and started to change the game. No, Joe and Jamar, the duo, came in and started to change the game.
No, he
That's
was
all I'm
changing it. He was changing it before Jamar even got there. What do you mean?
By
He
doing
got
what?
injured. He got injured his first year.
What did he do to change the game? You just said he was changing the game before Jamar got there. What was he doing?
Yes, he was about to lead us to wins, bro. He got injured in week 6 or 7 or something like that.
What did he do to change the game? Not what he about to do. Not what he
let me get this straight.
did.
So let me get this straight. So all of Joe Burrow's success is because of Jamar Chase. That's what you're saying, because Jamar Chase came. So if that's the case, all of Patrick Mahomes' success is because Andy Reid is there. If we're gonna go off of who's there when you got there.
No, because Andy Reid didn't win a damn thing before Patrick Mahomes with elite talent still.
Bro, he went to the Super Bowl. What you mean?
Right, and he didn't win a damn thing. He didn't win the Super Bowl, just like y'all.
But then
we're still waiting.
Darius, did he just say we didn't win a damn thing? So I don't see how one could
remember. The point is Jamar Chase. The point is Jamar Chase. Jamar Chase before Joe Burrow, the Bengals were nothing. You drafted number one receiver
before Jamar Chase.
Before Jamar Chase and before Joe Burrow, the Bengals were nothing. Correct?
Mm-hmm.
Like, all right, so with Chad Ochocinco, Carson Palmer's not on Joe Burrow's level. Chad Ochocinco is not either. But the dynamic duo of Joe and Jamar is top tier, which should allow for your team to do top tier shit. The number one top 5 quarterback, top 5 receiver. Who else has that combination? Josh and Stephon Diggs.
Josh, the Bucks. Yeah, according to you, Brady was top 5.
Is Mike Evans top 5? He's top 7, top 8,
top 10.
I'm just saying the situation really matters. Speak on Jamar, not just Joe. Speak on Kyrie, not just LeBron.
What you guys are closing down? What you got?
I just can't with Jimmie on his takes of if because of Jamar. But then I point out facts of Joe didn't have T. Higgins for 2 or 3 games this season. He didn't have Jamar Chase for 4 games. Tyler Boyd missed games. Hayden Hurst missed games. And yet they were still on a 10-game winning streak with all these guys missing time. But he doesn't get credit for that. It's only, he got Jamar, so this and that. Hell, who doesn't have a good situation that wins, to be honest with you? Name one team that does not have a good situation that wins.
I just asked you who has a top 5 quarterback, top 5 receiver. You couldn't name one. I did. Buffalo Bills. That's it.
Buffalo Bills. You can say Travis Kelce, the top 5 quarterback, top 5
Travis
tight end.
Kelce can't flip the field like Jamar Chase. When we're talking about
Why?
receivers and
We
weapons,
just
understand.
saw
Travis
bro.
Kelce's not
we
doing
just
60-yard
saw,
plays and
we
mossing over
just
2
saw
dudes.
him
Stop it.
dominate the Jaguars and set a playoff record. If that ain't dominating the game, I don't know what it is.
The
You
way
tell
that
me.
a number 1 receiver does
We
is way
also
different. Jamar Chase is mossing dudes.
we also seen Gronk multiple years dominate games, and what he
You
was
taking
not
the
there
best
doing
receiver or the
60.
best tight end?
He wasn't doing 60 yards. On
Oh
every
my
single
goodness.
play.
Let's not, Jimmy, let's not get into this.
The best
Oh
receiver or
my
the best tight end.
goodness.
That's what's next.
And
That's
on
an
that
appetizer.
note, fellas, man, oh man. Don, don't even get to this top. Hey, we'll talk about this after, man. But fellas,
Jimmy, real quick. You see, Brian had nothing to say when I bought that Justin Jefferson stuff in the group chat the other day about Jamar Chase. He had nothing to say.
We're gonna have to leave that
listen,
for
my opinion has changed a little bit on. Only reason why I said Justin Jefferson was a better player was not even a better player. I think,
now you see why I say he missed a switch up. What
this
is going
episode
on
is a
here?
switch up episode.
No. I said that they were on the same. They're on the same level. You can get the same production out of both. But honestly, the way that Jamar Chase has been playing lately is just showing me that he is a tier. He instead of that 6, he's number 5. Justin Jefferson's that number 6.
Hold on.
And the only reason why,
who is above them? Who is above them?
Devontae Adams.
Yo,
Tyreek Hill.
Bro.
Okay.
Devontae Adams is the best receiver in the league. No one's telling me
Get him out of
different.
here.
I don't care what no one says. And on that note,
Hold on. You only named 2. Who else you got?
Fellas.
Who else you got?
So we're not gonna keep the same guys up there. The Stephon Diggs.
He's not better than Jamar.
When was he up there above them?
He was always a top 5 receiver. What you talking about?
Yeah, he's
It
been
was
in the top 5.
It was
even with the Vikings almost.
opinion based. It was like 5-6.
This is all opinion based.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is he has him that high. I don't know if other people had Stephon Diggs as top 3. He didn't name him top 3.
I don't know, man. I don't know. The only thing I'm saying is on my list, Stephon Diggs is still there. We're talking about a full body of work, a full body of a career as a talent, as a gift.
So let me get this straight.
When
we do these
Jamar
rankings,
Chase and Justin Jefferson was gifted as receivers to be very talented. Not saying they're not putting in the work, but you could just tell that they're naturally gifted in what they can do. So eventually, yes, they will be better players. They will most likely have a better career.
Ain't no eventually.
Okay, whatever. Eventually, they will have a better career than Stephon Diggs. But as far as a hard worker, as far as a route runner, as far as a all-around receiving threat, Stephon Diggs and Tyreek Hill. Tyreek Hill is the greatest deep threat receiver of our generation. And Devontae Adams, you're not telling me that this man ain't the best receiver in the league. With Derek Carr, still was double digits in touchdowns, still made an all-pro team. Come on, get out of here, man. These guys didn't even make all-pro teams yet.
Let me ask you this.
Talking about
Justin Jefferson didn't make an all-pro team this year?
He was on a first team all-pro?
I believe he probably was. I mean,
And
Brad,
guess what
he had 1,800 yards.
And guess what he did?
What
he did? He also broke Randy Ross's record, which I told you. I've been fighting that he's better than Chase because of the amount of years he's been in the league.
It's only one more year.
Exactly. So he has a bigger catalog.
Okay. Let me just ask you this so we know for next episode. Are you factoring in what people have done their whole career? Or are we just going based off of this last season?
We can go based off of this last season. And I can tell you now, based off of this last season, Jamar Chase got hurt.
I don't need to know.
Jamar Chase got hurt.
I don't need to know.
Jamar Chase got hurt.
I don't need to know it.
And
I
you
don't
can't
need to know it.
consider him as a top 5 receiver. But
what? What?
He got hurt.
Hold on, bruh missed a month. Bruh missed a month. Bruh missed a month. He didn't. I don't know how many games he played.
I don't know how many games he did.
He's a top 5.
I don't know how many games he played, but what I will say is, he missed 4 games and still got over 1,000 yards. What are we doing with that? Like, come on now.
Just speak cinema.
Hey, I know some
But
guys
guess what?
that been out there all season ain't get over 1,000.
But none of those guys are the guys that we just named.
Bro, y'all, never mind.
Go ahead,
Never mind.
say it.
Because he ain't because Mike Evans ain't did nothing to me, but Jamar Chase almost had the same amount of yards as him, and Mike Evans was out there most of every game out there, and Jamar Chase missed a whole month, and that's with Brady throwing the ball 50 to 60 times a week. But hey, go off. I can see already. Next episode is going to be a problem.
Shit. This episode was a problem. Switch them up. Yo.
Hey, I think we got the name of it.
Yo.
Fellas. I think everyone is a Mr. Switch Up. We should all be Mr. Switch Up. But nah, man, this is a good episode, man. This is definitely a good episode. We appreciate y'all for tuning in. Just remember to like, share, subscribe. We got Jimmie back finally.
Oh yeah.
It was
back
great.
In the groove. Back in the groove.
It was great.
Miss y'all, man. Miss y'all.
We still sticking with Don and his Bengals, even though we know how that goes right now. He's hurting right now, so definitely show.
I'm good, bro. I'm good. I promise you, I'm good.
Definitely show Don some extra love, man.
I'm always gonna be good because I know my Eagles are gonna go out there and handle business. They're gonna stand on business. You know what I'm saying?
Oh man, just remember everyone, like, share, subscribe, comment, send us your topics you want to hear. If you want to hear anything you guys want us to talk about, and you already know, until next time. Peace.
We out.
This that COMEUP. Stand back while I do me. I'm the King James of this era. Do my best to be 2-3. You see the metaphoric beat destroying MC. They had to wait his turn, sit and learn from the OGs, but slowly I had myself out like a slowly get take paper to make paper. So I'm speaking from this loose leaf. Damn. I ain't even gotta talk about it. They said you public in the basement, but your songs is private. Bring back the monster, the one that you keep locked in. Shit, I ain't gotta score the points. Look at John Stockton. I put my niggas on just so they can make a profit. But for now, I ain't get up and play that monster in the closet. Mon V hit 23. Rest in peace to every beat. Bring them leather bags and bring them white sheets. I'm all that in the bag of chips. Hit that nigga if he trip. Nigga run, you better not trip. Cause if you slip, I'm catching up. Niggas, y'all running too slow. And if you running too fast, I'm gonna pick up me some more. Cause y'all niggas been tripping. Yeah, y'all niggas been slipping. Y'all talk about cars and not the women, but I'm on a different tip, I'm on some different shit. I got some niggas back home depending on this shit. My niggas reppin' that gangrene shit. Boobin' Mars, my nigga Wax, my nigga Chuck, we in this bitch. Nigga hitting New York around the summertime. And if you ain't dropped, you done around the summertime. I parachute when I jump out the booth. That mean I'm high, the bar is up, elevate you dudes. I'm back at it, I'm back rapping, I'm back scrapping, I'm back down to that real shit. You off of that old bullshit, y'all niggas drinking that malt liquor. Me and my niggas, we sip some rock, y'all niggas jump, we jump too. We pull the gun out, you get popped, that's the way it go, that's the way it is. That's the way a nigga always live, that's the way I was taught. Growing up, running around, little kids, we on the block in the road, nigga. Run around with that gold, nigga. I'm talking about my brilliant mind, it's a gold mine in this mind.